no way from the current game. So what exactly is R360 and why is it controversial? Rugby union is facing challenges on a domestic level right now. There's huge financial instability across even top-tier clubs. The English game has seen leading clubs like Wasps, London Irish and Worcester go out of business in the top flight. The Welsh provincial game is in total disarray too. R360 says they would remove what are easily some clubs' biggest expenses, i.e. the big stars, and therefore make more of them profitable. So the plan is to inject a new lease of life into the sport. But how exactly? Top stars of the men and women's game playing for a franchise-based league with fixtures in cities like London, Miami, Tokyo and Lisbon. Each city would host a tournament featuring all the franchises during a short 3-month season. And though no players have officially confirmed, reports suggest around 200 have signed pre-contracts, some worth up to 750 grand. And if that's the pre-contract, you can imagine where the full wages will get to. Problem is, the rest of rugby says no. In fact, no way. The national unions from England, Scotland, Ireland, France, Italy, South Africa, New Zealand and Australia have declared any player joining R360 will be banned from test selection. World Rugby's also not approved the league. Many fear it echoes football's failed European Super League, a top-down, money-driven idea that could damage the sport's traditions. So is it dead already? Well, rugby union is at a crossroads. Some may be against it, but we know others are being swayed by the cash. So will everything work itself out? Or after the European Super League and Live Golf, have we got sport's next big scandal on our hands?
Good morning, this is talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil and Gabrielle and Arnold Clark's Deal Drop. Get the new car feeling without the new car price. Discover some of the biggest savings and find your next car today. Well, Gab, how are we?
Well, Alan, where have you been?
Me? I've been lying down for a bit.
You've been relaxing.
Oh, yeah.
Talk to me, Al. Talk to me, mate. Everywhere I've been for the last 7-8 months, holiday, everywhere, don't matter what part of the world I've been in. Where's Al? How's Al? Where's Al? How's Al? People are tuned in now, millions, wondering what happened to Al.
Well, it'll take...
explanation.
I'm not going to bore everyone, but it was remarkable, really, what happened. 1 minute I'm doing this, I finish at 10:15. There's a car outside. I'm like, what's going on? Straight down to Addenbrooke's, Cambridge.
Okay.
And a few hours later, wallop, they opened me up and stick a new liver in there. So I did have cancer on my liver.
Did you?
And we suspected that for months, to be honest. But they didn't want to go in and touch it and shake it up in case you could make it spread, But anyway, they decided that, first of all, they said the perfect match came in, or else I might still be waiting.
Yes.
And people who know what I'm talking about, who are on the list, you can wait 18 months. You can go down there, get ready to have the op, and they say it's not quite right, go away, come back, we'll phone you later, maybe in a few weeks, and it can be murder, it can be terrible. But I was so lucky. I went down there and they said, we've got one and it looks perfect. So we're going to do it now. I'm like, what? You know what I mean? So they eject you all over and you think you have to sign a few forms.
Of course, yeah, of course.
And you get carried in there and it's like, goodbye, everyone.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was.
Yeah,
I thought, see you later.
Yeah. Just it's a massive operation.
Wife's in tears and, it was horrible.
But you knew though, didn't you, Al? Before that, you knew. You know, when you were on air here and you felt dizzy and you had to come off, you knew something was.
Well, that was the stage where I had to get it done, or it was see you later.
Yeah.
And I didn't realise it was that extreme, but it was. They told me, said another couple of weeks you were gone.
Really?
I went, really? I said, yeah, another couple of weeks. So anyway, I had 7-8 hours on there, and it was a fluid build-up I had. It was horrendous.
Yeah.
I mean, horrendous. You know, I don't want to put people off the breakfast, but they cut me open and there was a flood. You know what I mean? It was that bad everywhere I had it. But anyway, 7-8 hours later, well, it wasn't as easy as that because I did have a few complications during. My heart stopped for 40 seconds.
It did.
I said, you get the old, jump leagues on? He says, no, it came back. We were about to take action, but it came back. I went, whoa. So I've had loads of tests now on that, but that's fine.
Yes.
So pray God, 7-8 hours later, I came out. I was in intensive care for a few days. And then on the main ward, and amazingly, when I came round, I started thinking, I feel a different person.
Better straight away?
Oh, right away. And then when I forget what week, it might have been week 2.5, I got up and walked around the ward, and remarkable.
Yeah, so much
I felt
better.
My breathing was better, my legs were okay. And that was it. It was a case of just test after test after test. It's been brilliant. And I'll say it again, it's not everyone's cup of tea, the NHS, but there's too many bodies down there need looking after.
There is, yeah.
And it's not fair on the staff, the nurses. People are screaming at them, shouting at them. Don't get me wrong, patients, some of them are really in pain, but there's one nurse looking after 12, 13 beds at night. During the night, it's impossible. It's got to be a revamp.
I went a few weeks ago because I had pains in my abdomens. And I took blood in like the corridor. Yeah. I know before you'd go into a room and you'd think there's a corridor.
I was in a cupboard and I says, I don't care, just get me, do it here. I'm next to the fax machine and stuff, Yeah. Didn't bother me, but it just shows you
how busy it is.
And you get some real idiots in there, patients.
Of course you do.
They think it's their own hospital.
Yeah.
The nurse, and shut up. I needed a fight.
Not again.
I was going to knock someone out.
Like the one in Paris?
No. But that was different. That was different. No, honestly, but the staff, what they put up with, why would you do it for that? What they get paid? Why would you do it?
They're underpaid, aren't they? I say that all the time.
Horrendous. But I think it's the management at the top. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's not organised properly.
Needs better.
You have like very briefly, you have appointments, you go there, I'm sorry, we've not got you down. Come back in an hour, and all that sort of stuff. Right, but look, they deserve a medal as far as I'm.
And then since it's just been a case of like tests and
I have to go to Cambridge. I can go to Ipswich a lot now. I've got another meeting on Monday up there where they'll look at. I'm continuously having bloods. Blood's the key. They can tell, and it's not just a normal blood test. They look at everything: liver, your kidneys are right. My kidneys were fine before the op, and then went downhill, but they're coming back. And my heart, they were, I said, I've got to get this sorted. If it stopped, anyway, that's fine. Touch wood, it's fine. So I'm on massive medication.
And the medication you have to stay on, don't you, for the liver? Is that for life? Yeah.
Yes, rejection pills. So that if your body's trying to reject it, these help the body accept it. So I don't know whether it's for life or what, but no, obviously no alcohol. And it wasn't all down to that. They told me. My liver was tiny.
Was it?
It was a tiny liver. Someone else told me that before. I had some sort of scan. Maybe when I finished football, and someone said, "You realise your liver's a bit abnormal for your size of your body." Yeah. So anyway, I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but I did have cancer on it, and that's why they made me come in and get it out.
Yeah, straight away.
Because I'm 67 now.
Exactly.
That's it. After that, you're struggling.
Yes.
Get it and done. And you can't, and people say, oh, you get looked after because who you are. No, not at all. Nothing to do with this was NHS. I was as shocked as anyone when they said, we're doing it now. I'm like, what?
Not expecting it as well after a show.
Which is a good thing.
Yes.
I don't want to, you know, 'cause it's a horrible operation.
And you don't want your mind on it, do you? Oh, you're doing it in 1 week. You're not sleeping for a week.
And then
and
in the back of your mind, you know, you're also thinking, maybe they won't do it. I'll go down there, get ready, the expectations, and then sorry, it's not.
Yeah, it didn't.
But touch wood, it looks like I've got a good one. So.
Good, mate. You look good.
Very,
you look
very
well.
lucky. I've still got a bit of fluid, which I'll have for another 6 months probably.
Yeah, bit by bit it'll come out though.
I hope so. So I've been trying.
What have you been doing? What have you been doing? Obviously the World Cup, but before that, box.
Well, obviously I can't. I don't go out a lot now because I don't want to be sitting in a pub when I'm on.
Of course,
you can only drink so much water, can't you?
Yeah.
And I'm not allowed in the sun. Full sun. Can't be in the sun.
For how long?
No. Well, because I'm on these pills, my resistance level's not good. So they said you have to stay out of the sun. So I was down in Spain for a week, and my favourite bars, my favourite beaches, forget it.
I was get in the shade.
I was like a monk walking about with a book.
Get in the shade though, can't you? Cover, surely.
I can do, but it's boring, Gab. It's boring.
I know.
Oh, I felt I was Gabby Agbonlahor. No, but it's great. I had so many people call me, text me, and they kept me going. And a lot of talkSPORT, you know, during my recovery. I'm still not 100%, but I'll get.
You feel a lot better though.
I listen. Anything, even if I don't get any better, it's a bonus.
Yes, exactly.
I was a goner. You know what I mean? So, but
great news,
I'm not going to be one of these guys that tells you, "Oh, don't go out, don't do this, don't do that." You know, everyone's got to live their own life.
I was looking forward to that. Of you just giving me life tips and health tips and.
Well, I think you got to start enjoying yourself more, Gabby. In fact, I blame you for this. I cut right back down because I met you. Yeah. Oh, here he is, Billy No Mates. All right, I'll have a shandy.
Yeah, boring the life out of him.
Oh yeah, I've cut right back.
No, it's great. It's great news, mate. Good to have you back.
McCoy's been on and. Loads of friends from school, really, really good. Loads of people I haven't spoke to and heard from ages. I miss you on the show. I'm like, I can't believe he listens. You know, it really is.
Everyone does, mate.
And it's amazing as well. You when you get so much time in your arms, on your hands, you lie in that bed and you're thinking about your school days, about football.
Yes.
When you were a kid,
memories.
Yeah, unbelievable. Everything comes back, and I'm like, oh,
imagine.
I'm not going yet.
Yeah.
You know?
No, it's fantastic news, though, mate. We've all obviously been worried, but to hear that you're better now.
Well, we'll get through today. We'll get through Friday.
Yes, you'll be fine, mate.
Touch wood. If I'm not too tired or feel it funny, then we'll go back to 3 days.
You've
back to normal.
Competition you got to read out.
Have I? Oh,
5 minutes.
Great text on. Well, he's not spoke to me, and I couldn't get in this morning. My pass is it's amazing.
It expires.
You have a life-saving operation, so get him off the list. I'm like, you got to let me in. He says, sorry, man, you're not coming in. I nearly get back and Billy, stop, wait for me. talkSPORT breakfast. Right, I'm back. Not long now until the Premier is back. The Premier League, of course, 16 days to be precise. Incredible. All kicks off Friday, 21st of August, with a trip of Championship winners Coventry City to Champions of England Arsenal, live and exclusive on talkSPORT. Coming up, we're going to turn our attention to the back pages and you'll get my long-awaited thoughts on Infantino.
I mean, having won the league last season, I mean, you mentioned this to me in the break. Do you think it's more emphasis on the Champions League this time?
Possibly, without wanting to obviously downplay anything else around it. Possibly there will, within the camp, that little bit of extra determination to try and get over the line in the Champions League. They'll be right in there again. Champions League is such fine margins, those matches, when you get to the quarters and the semis of those games, you can be in pole position with 10 minutes to go and go out. It's very, very difficult to absolutely guarantee anything at that level and that stage of that competition. They're the team to beat in the Premier League. I think the squad, I just looked at the squad again, Jeff. They've got so many good players. I mentioned to you about William Saliba obviously being out for a bit, not sure, a back injury, and backs can be a bit weird. You can feel like it's all clearing up, then all of a sudden something doesn't feel right again. They can frustrate you. But they've got Incapie, they've got Calafiori, they've got others that can all play alongside Gabriel and cope admirably in that position. Still got, as far as I mean, unless I've missed something, but they've still got players to cover pretty much every position, every eventuality. So they're in great shape, great health. And if they get another big one through the door, another real top draw player, and I'm not sure who that is and in what position that would necessarily be, but I think if they sent a message in that respect, oh wow, they're going to take some stopping.
Well, obviously it looks like Bruno Guimaraes is going to be through the door.
He's the one. I mean, do you like him?
No, I love him.
Talk us through it, Al.
Oh,
Music choice.
you know what? I don't know what it is. I love this music.
Unbelievable.
This is from the theme tune
Yep.
from Narcos.
Narcos.
Or I call it Narcos, but Narcos. You've got Mexico, Narcos, Colombia. Oh, it's by the way, it's brutal. Before, if you haven't seen it, it is brutal. But it's incredible.
I watched it. I think it was 2018, 19. It come out, and because I watched it, I went to Medellin.
Yeah, did you?
I went to Medellin because of this Netflix program. I was like, I have to go and do it. And I got in touch with a friend. He knew a guy who does like a tour of like Medellin. Looked after us well.
I bet you did.
It was good, you know.
I hope you didn't have one of your 30 good watches on, did you?
No, I was dressed in a Colombia shirt, literally like Nike shorts, socks, Nike trainers. Went to Escobar's grave.
Yeah.
Went to where he built the prison.
Yeah.
All the way up, mate. Your ears are popping, going up.
If you haven't seen it, and you're not too squirmish, watch it. Listen.
Unbelievable.
I'm not saying it's because it's obviously drugs.
Terrible, yeah.
But oh dear, some stories in it.
The acting's unbelievable.
And the DEA, the Americans that come in to try and stop it, it's brilliant.
You watch every season, all of it. The Cali Cartel.
I've watched it 3 times.
The Cali Cartel were a bit more clever, weren't they?
Well,
Escobar, they weren't out there.
No, but it's fantastic.
Incredible.
I love it. And that was the last few months I've been watching so much telly.
I can imagine.
We've got a good guest coming on later. I won't give it away, but I've been watching a lot of his stuff on telly as well.
About time though, the new one come out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait for that. Yep.
Right, here she is, Florence Nightingale.
Looking Welsh,
you
man.
as if you just come back from Annabelle's.
Where's Annabelle's?
Oh, Bartley Square.
Oh, right, okay.
Does she, Gab?
Yeah.
It's like he's never been away.
Gabby, just tell the punters who are not watching.
Oh, Shaban looks fantastic.
And you said earlier she looks better today than on her wedding day.
Yeah,
I thought that was a bit
Shaban's
strong.
made more effort today than her wedding to Jamie. The lovely light blue dress, not dark blue, similar to
Like
her
Alan's
eye
eyes.
colours.
Like
Your eye
Alan's
colours
I
as
can
well.
see my eyes now.
Like, you're looking well, Shaban.
Thank you, guys. I got dressed up for Alan's return.
Away you go.
I did.
You're going to lunch somewhere.
You
I'm hoping that you're going to ask me out to lunch at some point.
Ollie beat me to it, I'm told.
Are you going out with Ollie?
No, you are.
Oh, right. He wishes.
Hey, wee Suey's got lumber, which is good news, isn't it?
Has he really?
Aye,
got a
has,
girlfriend,
yeah. I won't go into it, but yeah, he has.
Wow.
In Africa.
What?
Yeah. Hasn't he?
Sorry.
Oh, you're giving it away now.
What? I didn't say where, but he's got a girlfriend in Africa.
49 knockbacks and then back 50s in.
She got one of those dogs, aye?
Oh, no, that's wrong.
He's not met her yet.
We love Suey here.
He's not met her yet.
A boyfriend and girlfriend, but they're not met yet.
Online relationships.
I'm not getting involved.
See if she swindles him. I don't want to hear a peep about it.
What do you mean, again?
Has he been swindled before?
Oh, he has to be.
Oh, hell.
Takes his talkSPORT pass off him
I didn't.
at the airport.
I walked in this morning, he was walking about with his chin in his chest. I mean, you all right?
She's not replied.
I think he sent her an airfare over, but she sent him a picture of Miami Beach. I thought he said she was South African. Ah, she is.
Right.
South Africa.
Okay, we'll do some digging into that. Alex, good to have you back. You look well, by the way. How do you feel about, because it's Alan Brazil 2.0, maybe a bit of a fashion
No.
workup?
No.
Just accessorising?
No, I'm a jeans man. Chinos and jeans, that's me.
All right, what if we go from like
Chinos.
the shoulders up?
Chinos, yeah, I don't mind a bit of chinos.
Because you were saying you can't be in the sun, so we need an
No.
SPF.
What's
maybe
that?
a SPF
Yeah.
protects you from UV rays.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about clothes.
SPF, maybe a neck chief.
Away you go.
New glasses. These things.
Yeah, I could do with some glasses.
Oh, you
mate.
got to embrace
That's all
it,
I need.
mate.
That's
No,
all I need.
I think my eyesight's going a wee bit.
Do you? Oh God, you're falling to bits, man.
I know. I have been for years. Don't worry.
Good morning to Phil in Broadstairs. Alan, it's fantastic to hear your voice. I've been a listener for 25 years, since day one. As a presenter, different class, humour, knowledge, class act. Good morning to Mally. Welcome back, Alan. Breakfast has not been the same without you. Morning to Kevin. Good to have you back, Big Al. Morning, Al. Morning, Gabby. Just to say how great it is to have you back. It's not been the same without you. That has been the story, by the
That's
way,
nice.
for months.
Yes.
Months and months.
And I really mean that. I've had so many texts and emails, a lot from people I don't know. I just thank you. I'm glad to be back. And hopefully we'll make it 3 days again soon. If I get through this week, then there's no reason why I can't do Wednesday as well.
Go easy on yourself as well. Like,
Well, people say that, but we're only here for a visit, Shaban.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We've had a lot
We're
of
here for
people
visit.
out as well, like online listeners, saying that your name should change now from Big L to
Wee Al.
Wee Al.
Oh, not that. That'll suit you back on, don't worry.
you kind of suit
You don't like Wee Al?
What?
Wee Al's cute.
Al
Like,
suits you?
Wee Al.
We are. Away you go.
Wee Al.
Right, Shaban, brilliant.
Oh, yeah. Actual work now.
Enjoy your lunch. What we got?
Let's take a look at the back pages of Costa Express.
The Costa Coffee Break on talkSPORT, sponsored by Costa Express. Get a regular Costa Express iced coffee as part of your Tesco meal deal at participating Tesco stores. Terms and conditions apply.
It's actively checking me out.
I'm a bit worried about Gabby. To be honest.
You okay? Like, I'm right here.
Well, but before
think
you
it's
came in, he
amazing
was saying,
dress.
"Oh, have you seen Shaban?" I'm like,
Jamie's a lucky man, Siobhan.
Jamie will knock you out.
I know. After he's done the housework.
Once his iron's up to date.
Ali's doing a lot more housework now.
who
Jamie?
is he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He does a
He's
lot
well
more
trained.
now. Yeah.
I caught him mopping the other day.
Jamie, you're a wimp. You can't be doing the hoovering and doing dishes for your age, Jamie. Give
Cooks
us
as
a
well.
break.
Cooks as well.
Does he really?
She sent me a video the other day and he was doing the hoovering, wasn't he? He was, mate.
Well, he can't be a very good cook, can he? Well, mind you, you've lost loads of weight, so
Yeah.
keep him cooking.
Thank you very much. It's the jabs.
Has the dog put a bit of weight on?
Right, back pages, Infantino's Crisis Summit. This story is just bonkers, isn't it?
Oh, I can't stand them. From day one, I couldn't stand them.
I know. I mean, these guys, money, power, arrogance, egos.
But smarmy, wasn't he? Even looking at him, way before the World Cup, smarmy git.
How do you really feel? Jeez.
No, he can have it.
It's true though, isn't it? His power. Some people can't have power. He's one of them.
Martin Ziegler, by the way, shout out to him. The exclusives he's brought on Infantino and FIFA
Martin's good.
Have been incredible. He's called for this FIFA staff to a crisis meeting in Morocco today. Arsene Wenger, he's come out and said that he had no idea. Obviously, he's the chief of global football, very, very close with FIFA and Gianni Infantino. Sorry, I'll get my words out later. And he said that he had no idea about this. So they're all coming together for this crisis meeting today. What do you want to see happen with FIFA after all of this?
I think he's got to go. Listen, I don't know what the profit was, but it was fortunes, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. What they made. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's all about the game first. It's about fans not getting ripped off with tickets. I don't like the idea of different countries as well hosting it. I think it should be one country. I mean, I'm old-fashioned, but I'm used to that. I don't see the point of getting, you know, playing in Canada and then playing in Mexico.
One's the same, isn't it? 3, Morocco, Portugal, Spain.
Yeah, I don't like it, me. I really don't like it. But at the end of the day, you know, trying to sell part of it off is no good. What were they going to do with the money? Make no mistake, they'll probably come out with saying, well, we're going to do it for development and third nations and stuff like that. Look after kids. And yeah, fine, great. But who else is sticking a few quid away?
Have you ever heard of I mean, Sepp Blatter, I mean, he was criticised constantly as well, but have you ever heard of a man more out of touch with football than Gianni Infantino?
Well, he thinks he's, you know, Jesus, to be honest, doesn't he? He thinks he's...
Jesus Infantino?
He does. He thinks he's untouchable.
But if you hear,
and then he gets in with Trump, and that makes it worse. There, suddenly he thinks, hello.
Untouchable. But you're FIFA, though. You're thinking all this noise, all this bad press, get rid of him. Yeah. If possible, you just like, come on, get rid of him. Let's get someone else in, and it all quiet.
Well, they've got to. You know, it's the world game. You know what I mean? And all these drinks breaks and stuff. I'm sorry, I'm not having that. Terrible. That was money.
Yeah.
There's
hydration break sponsored by.
Nothing to do with the players. Yeah. Don't let them kid you.
Oh, I don't care.
I played in '82 in the World Cup in Spain. You'd always go to the side and grab some water. You don't have to stop the game. You know, and some of them are air conditioned, aren't they? It's absolute money spinning again. Yeah, I nearly said no, I'm not going to say that, but he's got to go. Simple as that. He's shown his true colours now, and they've got to have some balls and say, out, see you later.
Yeah.
Get someone else in, I think.
Here.
Right, 6:28.
Alex Krug.
Yeah, I'll speak to his lawyers as well if you want. 6:28.
The Costa Coffee Break on talkSPORT, sponsored by Costa Express. Get a regular Costa Express iced coffee as part of your Tesco meal deal at participating Tesco stores. Terms and conditions apply.
Let's talk about Jack Grealish. Obviously, you bumped into him on holiday. Everton opted against a 50 million buyout option, but I saw in the Liverpool Echo, 83% of Everton fans want the club to sign Jack Grealish. Do you think he'll end up there?
I think there's a good chance he will, but I didn't understand the £50 million that Man City thought they were going to get. A year left on his contract. Like, you're never going to get that sort of money for Manchester City if they can get a fee at all. Because it's a club like Everton or wherever Jack signs for might be like the wages. Maybe we'll cover the wages for a year and then that's it. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. But seeing him over in Mallorca, he was fit. He was training at Real Mallorca's training ground because they were away in Marbella pre-season. He's hungry. He's looking after himself. He's doing all the right things. And, you know, some players at 30, Jeff, he's won it all.
Yeah.
Doesn't need any more money. But he wants to play. He's addicted to football. He loves football. He would have been so jealous watching the players at the World Cup. He still wants to play at the highest level. And he showed that by the pre-season that he's had. So any reports as well that were fake reports you were hearing about being left out of Manchester City squad. No, I don't think he's clear to train for another 10 days.
Fancied having a beer in the stands while watching your team at the Emirates, or at Anfield, or at Stamford Bridge? Well, this season you actually can. Drinking alcohol in the stands at Premier League games may still be illegal, but the Women's Super League is doing something different, and here's how we got there. Back in the 1980s, football had a serious image problem. The sport was plagued by violence, pitch invasions and beer-fuelled chaos. Then, in 1985, Margaret Thatcher's government stepped in. They introduced the Sporting Events Control of Alcohol Act, banning alcohol in view of the pitch across England and Wales. Since then, many fans and clubs have called for the law to be relaxed. But despite attempts to change things over the years, authorities just haven't been convinced fans can be trusted. But in January 2025, something did change. The Women's Championship, now called the WSL2, launched a trial allowing fans to drink in the stands. The reasoning? Well, fans at women's matches tend to behave differently. Less aggression, more family-friendly vibes. As a result, select WSL and WSL2 stadiums are now allowing fans to drink alcohol in view of the pitch. It's been a landmark move showing growing trust in fans and recognising that women's football is building its own culture. So could the men's game be the next to leave the 1980s behind? Well, maybe, if fans can prove they can handle a pint without pitching it at someone. Yeah, don't hold your breath. Until then, it's Bovril all around. Cheers to that.
More using it out of the new Al. Bit of you, no?
Where'd that come from?
Mark Morrison.
I've been listening to loads of early 70s and stuff. In fact, I'm going to do a bit of Virgin this week, or Saturday.
Talk to us, what sort of music we're talking?
Oh, 70s.
Motown?
Yeah, everything.
Barry Wright?
It's just magic.
That's all I know for the 70s.
Honestly, it's absolutely, I love doing it. It's brilliant.
Yes.
A few little stories in between, it's great. Virgin Legends, and then it goes on the main channel at 10 o'clock Saturday night.
Lovely.
It's good fun.
Yes.
I loved it. Ali wants to do it as well.
I bet he does. I bet he does.
Well, it just brings you back, man.
You know all the songs, don't you?
Well, not all of them, but I'm pretty good. Especially 70s and 80s.
What's that money sound?
I've no idea.
He's done it for free?
Yeah, of course. Of course, for Chris. For Chris's 7th holiday. This is talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Brazil, Gabby and Arnold Clark's the perfect time to upgrade your car. Get 2 years free servicing when you buy a used car in the upgrade event. Check it out online. Now, to boxing. The stakes couldn't be any higher for my favourite, Moses Atuma, ahead of his clash with Hergovich, with the winner taking the IBF heavyweight title. Moses could be the youngest heavyweight world champ since Mike Tyson. What about that? Former British champ Tony Bellew joined us on Breakfast just, and he's backing Atuma all the way.
The test that I've said that Moses needs. Don't get me wrong, it's stylistically, it's perfect for Moses Atama. Filip Hergovich is a big stand-up, straight-up boxer. Can punch a little bit, takes a hell of a shot, but this Moses Atama, mate, I think he's the one. I really do, and I just think he'll be too quick, he'll be too vicious. He'll be too aggressive, and he won't miss. He won't miss Philip. That's the big thing. When he nails Philip and rocks him and hits him for the first time, he's just relentless.
How good is Moses?
Oh, I remember talking about him a long time ago. I'm no expert, but I remember Tyson.
He's boxing, yeah.
With his black shorts and no socks. I thought, who is this animal?
Mm-hmm.
Who is this? Right away, and I got the same sort of feeling when Moses started knocking people out early doors. I thought, I can't believe how quick he is. His hand speed was unbelievable, and he's got the power as well.
What he done to Dillian White?
Oh no, that was no surprise. I think you'll see this guy off. It's boxing, anything can happen, but Hergovic, I just think Moses will just
I think
him.
he'll walk through him.
I think his power and his pace, his speed, his power is phenomenal, and he's the one everyone's got to worry about. I think.
Yep, youth.
Would you make of quickly the big one everyone's talking about, Tyson and?
It's hard because
Joshua AJ.
Fury had a fight, didn't he, in Thailand recently, and he didn't look great. He looked quite old. AJ been through a lot. You know what he went through, the tragedy of his two best friends. He didn't look great in that first round, but then obviously got through it the second round. So it's on those fights, Al. It's hard to call. You know, sometimes you see fights and you see it maybe 5-6 years too late.
He looked as if he's
won.
Bulked up again, Tyson.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
He might be just. You know, you're right. You know, AJ could land a big one, but he can get up Tyson. Whereas if Tyson hits AJ with a big one, you think, is he going to get up?
Exactly. AJ doesn't like it.
No, I'd definitely go Fury. I think.
But be careful. Don't say that. Remember when you said that in front of Chisora?
Yeah. Oh, I spoke to Dave. I spoke to him. My pal was having lunch with him, and he came on. Yeah, he came on just on Zoom, and he was good as gold. Wants to come on.
Lovely.
Yeah,
Lovely.
wants to come on.
That was funny.
Right, now, as you know, I've been away for the past few months, which means I missed, a huge amount of sport. In that time, we've had the World Cup, the US Open, the Open Championship, PGA, Championship, Wimbledon, Epsom Derby, Royal Ascot, and God, watched every day. Glorious Goodwood. I missed that big style. To help make up for lost time, delighted to welcome our next guest. He's in trouble with Coral after smashing a couple of glasses in the box at Goodwood, after one or too many bottles of Malbec. Delighted to say, join us now is Rupert Ding Dong Bell. Morning, Rupert.
Morning, Rupert, up the villa.
Morning, Alan. Oh, good to have you back. Straight in with a little bit of abuse about my behaviour in the Coral box last week. Yes, unfortunately, one was actually just sitting on the balcony while I was on air with Lizzie. Oh. And then the next time I was in the Coral box and inadvertently did smash a glass. So business as usual. Hey ho.
How's that hedge you've just climbed out of? A little bit dishevelled, I have to say, Rupert.
Well, no, just because I've got something to be dishevelled with. I mean, you may have lost a few pounds over the last 6 or 7 months or so, but what hasn't happened is you haven't grown any hair. I've still got mine, so I feel pretty good.
Rupert, I can replace that with a bit of cash. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. Trip to Turkey.
You're going to put a syrup on?
No. A little bit of the old new technology, easy peasy.
Yeah, I'll join you, mate.
Yeah.
What, are you offering to go and have a hair transplant to Turkey?
I didn't say Turkey. Harley Street is very, very good. Don't worry about that. Anyway, never mind losing here. You're losing all your best players at Villa, aren't you?
No, I don't know whether Gabby might agree or disagree with me, but I think it was amazing what we achieved in Istanbul by winning. Our team was getting old, and sometimes there comes a moment where you have to say, right, is that what that group of players are going to achieve? Mm-hmm. Do we then move on and say, right, we've got to not quite start from scratch, but rebuild again and go again? And this, a lot of those players were not Emery's, let's be honest. And so he's now got a chance to go again. And I'm sort of, this is my positive take on it. Mm-hmm. Of course we're going to miss Rodgers. Of course we'll miss Tielemans. But I'm optimistic that Emery, in Unai we trust. Look, I don't begin to understand the financial regulations. I know it exercises Gabby non-stop. But I'm hopeful that we will rebuild. We don't want to lose any more, but there's talk we might have to. Konza might go, and even people sniffing around Watkins, and I don't know what's going on with our goalkeeper, but fingers crossed that we've got the Super Cup coming up next week against PSG. Hopefully we'll put on a good show there, and then we can go into the season with confidence.
Rupert,
so I'm not seeing it as a complete...
Will you go to the Super Cup, Rupert, or are you working racing?
No, I'm going to go to the Edinburgh Festival.
Are you? Why?
Nothing will match my trip to Istanbul.
Hold on,
my son is going.
Rewind. Edinburgh Festival. Why?
Why am I going to the Edinburgh?
Why?
Well, I love it. Absolutely.
Oh, you're not working. You're not our tartan correspondent now, are you?
No, I'm not performing. I'm going to see people perform. I'm going to, I love it. I'm also going to take in the tattoo. No, I'm a great advocate for the festival. I try and go every year, and I booked it way before I knew that we were going to be in the Super Cup. So there we go. So for me, trip right up, go to a few events on the fringe, take a chance. If they're awful, then I just walk out midway through. Sorry, but that's the way. That's part of the fringe experience. Find some bad shows, find some really good, unexpected shows. So you should try it one day, Alan. I
was invited up. There's a guy I know who's written a play about Ipswich '82 and Scotland '82, the World Cup. It was mainly about Scotland, but George Burley, John Watt, myself were in the squad, and he says, "Please come up." There's a big bit about and.
Did they talk about Villa winning the European Cup?
No, I think he said you were in the team that beat Villa 3 times that year, weren't you? I went, yes. Rupert, on racing, what a match Gstaad and Bo Echo reminded me of Frankel and Nathaniel. And the story is Nathaniel first time out as a maiden at Newmarket, big maiden, hot maiden, could not be beaten. Half of Newmarket had backed Nathaniel, trained by John Gosden. And they went clear, coming to the bushes, and suddenly alongside him was Franco. And he could not get past Franco every time they race. It's a bit like Gstaad and Bo Echo. And I did read the other day, Aidan, he thinks the Gstaad's improving still, and he's not scared of taking Bo Echo on again.
Well, it's been marvellous. This racing summer's been fantastic. Of course, Royal Ascot, we saw the first of the big battles between those two. That was epic. Then it raised up a notch last week with Bo Echo sprouting wings in the final stages to beat Gstaad again. And so I have to say it's been one of the highlights. And Goodwood was magnificent. Royal Ascot, we had the Ombudsman Trawlerman battle. Didn't work out at Goodwood when we had that loose horse played havoc. But we go on to York in a couple of weeks' time, and that will be absolutely fantastic too. So
this is a bit controversial, but just on Trawlerman, did Ryan outride Buick?
No.
Oh, what do you mean? No.
We're at Ascot.
Yes.
No. Back in your box. No, it wasn't. He did not outride
Back
William
in your
Buick.
box, Alan. You asked the punters to back Trollerman.
That doesn't sound right, does it, actually, Alan? But anyway.
You'll be in your box before me. Don't worry about that. The way you're going.
Given what happened last week, I nearly was, but there we go. That's another story. What I can say, I think these were two epic horses. Trawlerman is 8 years of age. Scandinavia is 4. And in the end, the younger horse outpointed Trawlerman and did it again at Goodwood. So actually, if they meet again, it will be another great moment for whichever race goers, whichever meeting. It may be the Yorkshire Cup, it may be in the autumn. It will be a great something to look forward to. I've really enjoyed the racing summer.
A friend of mine's got a 2-year-old running at Deauville in a couple of weeks, and he's asked me to go over. But it's the opening day of the season, football season. And I've just taken some tickets to Ipswich, so I want to. I promise, some people will be there. Mm-hmm. But private jet, Southend, boom, over there.
What sort of season tickets are those at Ipswich? Are they the normal ones or the corporate ones?
I don't understand what you mean by that, Gab. Rupert, thank you. Still to come on breakfast.
Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Spend £100 or more with a Travis Perkins trade account, and you could win a brand new Ford Ranger. T's and C's apply.
Now, since stepping back into the studio this morning, the messages have been flying in, including one from this man.
Al, gosh to hear, pal. We know it's your first day back on the show tomorrow morning, or this morning as I speak to you. The lads got a wee message for you. We're all looking forward to seeing you back healthy and fit and well.
And he reckons he's going fishing. Yeah, all right.
He's full of it.
All right. They're all there with their cold weather gear on and fishing rods. They're off to Marbella. Yeah, all right, Ali. At least he came to see me down in Cambridge, Gabby. Thank you.
I don't leave Birmingham, mate.
What?
I know.
Wait a minute, Cambridge. It's just only down the road, isn't it? Ali made the trip. He came up to see me.
By the uni?
What? Cambridge?
Yeah.
Addenbrooke's.
Okay, yeah.
But
sorry, mate. I'll make them sure. I got you cake.
Ali came up, and typical. Sat down for 5 minutes, got a coffee, and said, "Mr. Brazil, you got to go. We've got another procedure." Sorry, Ali. And I was away for an hour and a half, so I saw him for 5 minutes to get the train back home.
Bless him.
So thank you, Ali, and have a great fishing trip. He's off to Iceland.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, the legend himself, Ali McCoy, says join us later for a massive catch-up. That message was sent to the producer at midnight last night, so he's likely to be going, but he's likely to be a wee bit Alan rough this morning. We'll be breaking down Salah's move to Turkey, getting a full debrief on Ali's summer in the States, and looking ahead to the Scottish Premiership with Celtic already ahead of the Gers after the opening weekend. Both games, not fantastic, but Celtic already 2-point lead. That was our breakfast preview with our good friends at Travis Perkins.
Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Spend £100 or more at any Travis Perkins Hire or Benchmarks branch as a trade account holder, and you could win a brand new Ford Ranger. T's and C's apply.
My issue is, and you say he's in a minority of one at the moment, I'm not sure he is because, we haven't seen the African Federation, for example, come out against him as yet. And you know what? I've got this feeling he won't be forced to resign because he's shown his vanity. He's shown this astonishing lack of self-awareness. It's absolutely beyond belief that I think he will be so difficult to prize out of his position. David Bernstein's going to be on later on, and he will tell us how difficult it was to get rid of Sepp Blatter. And I think we're in a similar situation.
That's a good point. Yeah, look, I totally understand that. But I know that he lost a couple of seniors, people in senior positions. I think over the last few days at FIFA, people have resigned. And I just always feel when that sort of stuff starts happening, when others that a few weeks ago were reasonably close to him, all of a sudden have now just gone in the middle of the night in a puff of smoke, they're out the door. And I'm sure others would be tempted to follow. I just feel that I don't think it's going to happen quickly, Jeff, whatever's going to happen. I'm sure it's going to be pretty protracted and drag out over the months ahead. But I do think eventually this will end with someone stepping forward, a credible contender that they feel could take FIFA forward in a different direction. And I'm pretty sure eventually something will happen and he'll probably stand down.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Gabby and me, Alan Brazil. What do we know this Wednesday morning? In a blow for Arsenal fans, Vinicius Jr. said the new Real Madrid boss, Jose Mourinho, wants him to be happy at the club and has called on his team to be prepared for the season ahead. Do you know what? I'm probably in a minority here. I like Jose. I do. Yes, I think he's a character. Don't get me wrong, he doesn't like losing, but who does? But and he does have a whinge, but I love that. I love that cheeky grin, and I like to see him happy.
What do you think of this season, though, with the egos that are at Real Madrid? You know, Mbappe, Vinny Jr.
Well, the great players gap, and then maybe you need someone that can look after them and can handle them. That's the key here. But we know how good they are. It's a case of handling their ego.
It's like they need someone as big as Mourinho.
Yeah, I think so.
Don't they?
Yeah. But, there's no doubt Barca are the team to beat. But, it wouldn't surprise me if Jose wins it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me.
He's got a documentary coming out, hasn't he?
Has he?
Yeah.
Nah, listen, he's been great. He was Bobby Robson's interpreter, wasn't he, for a while? And I've met him, I've interviewed him. I just instantly liked him.
Exactly. He's a winner.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what he
Now, someone I like, someone I don't. Infantino has called senior FIFA staff to a crisis meeting in Rabat, Morocco, after Arsene Wenger criticised botched plans to sell off the World Cup. It's a shame old Infantino never got stuck in Suta as well. Have a swim, Gianni. And Man City have touched down in South Korea to continue their tour of Asia, without, of course, the likes of Bernardo Silva, John Stones, Ake, who has left the club. I don't know about City this year, but I think it's more Pep leaving worries me.
Yes.
Needless to say, Pep isn't there either. And new boss Enzo Maresca, we wish him well, has admitted more experience is now needed.
Fortunately, this is a squad that doesn't need to do many things at the same time. As we already know, the club lost important players also in terms of experience, like Bernardo, John, or Nathan. I mean, different players. So for sure, there are things that we need to do.
Yeah, listen, he's a top coach, this guy. So I'm not belittling him. I did a video the other day just for a bit of. Just to keep busy and get say hello to some punters. And I mentioned the top, the Premiership looking ahead, Gab. Mm-hmm. And I can't believe that I forgot City to mention City. I was talking about the big boys like Man United and Liverpool are going to be stronger this year for sure. Tottenham are going to have a better year.
Yes,
of course
agreed,
they are, right? I was worried about Villa, the players have lost. But, as one Villa fan said to me, whoa, he said, look what this guy's done for us.
Exactly.
We've got to give him a chance here, right? So... And I forgot City. Now, is that a Pep effect?
I think it is. And listen, it's going to be tough for Maresca, isn't it, Al? Because what did Pep get out of these players as well? Losing Stones, experience, Bernardo Silva, Rodri's trying to create that move to Real Madrid as well.
Yeah.
That might happen before the end of the
season. He done again the World Cup, Rodri, didn't he? Just made it look so easy.
So easy for him. I think City will finish second. I see Arsenal running away with it. The best of the rest. You
don't think Liverpool and Man U will be up there pushing?
No, Liverpool and Manchester United need to do some business. They're short, Al. Don't forget they've lost Robertson and Salah. Liverpool, Van Dijk's a year older. Konate's gone. They need to bring him back. Ekatike's not fit till near the end of the season. How fit is Isak going to be from his injury?
Oh, he's got to have a better season.
He has to, yeah. So Manchester United as well, they need some extra bodies as well.
So it's going to be great, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't wait.
Right, coming up 6:54. Is Shaban coming in? Yes, she is. It's time now for a wee bit of this.
Stick a load of singles in there and then they fall in love.
Of course it's hard. It's supposed to be hard.
A 36-year-old, you'll have the knockers, you will.
Just because it's offering its teat, do I really have to muscle on that?
Is there anything in your personal life that could be causing you stress, sir?
I'm not a great lover.
Hello, oh, what's your name?
Sarah Louise.
Sarah Louise, crack, you're up for it, aren't you?
I was in love at the time, that's what I was doing.
At the time?
Ooh. Yes, it's transfer Tinder time. And Shaban is back with us.
Oh, we love this. Did you miss a bit of transfer Tinder? I saw you smiling there.
I do like it, but did I miss it? Not really, but you know.
Are you a better lover now? Much better lover now. Lucky.
He's passionate guy.
Yeah. What do you think all this weight's gone?
Oh, hell. Oh, hell no.
Oh, Anna, take a break.
Jesus.
Dumb.
Poor Jill. God love her. Right, how do you feel about the idea of Mo Salah Of course, to Trabzonspor, this Turkish team, Turkish Giants, they are being called online. He's believed to be arriving in Istanbul today. He's reportedly agreed to join Trabzonspor, and £40 million, 2-year contract. 34, still banging them in. Could he be a Turkish delight?
I don't know. Tielemans, has he gone to Turkey?
No, Manchester United.
No, Man United.
Was he?
Yeah, they
shows you how
release clause.
Great, by the way, great business.
Someone else went to Turkey out, surprised me. I'm trying to think who that was. Anyway, it'll come. Was it Trossard?
Trossard.
Yes, and I thought,
Trossard did, yeah.
Anyway, look, they've always had big money, the Turks. So they've always, it surprised me where they find it. But look, Salah, I'd love him to finish off on a high. I really would. Because it was a shame, when he was in and out. He wasn't the same player, there's no doubt about it. Something had happened, whether it was injury or confidence. But I want to see him finishing a high. And if it's out there, great, well done.
Yeah, so he's swiping right for a lot of that.
I think as well, he's 34, but people are confused, Alan Shaban, because he cancelled his contract of a year left this season at Liverpool. People maybe thought Saudi Arabia, but maybe they're looking at younger players now. So you wouldn't expect him to be at Trabzonspor. No disrespect to...
But you do prefer the idea of Turkey to Saudi?
For him, yeah. Obviously, a better league, more competitive. European football, I think, if they're in Europe. I just thought that's where he would go. Maybe they're looking at younger players.
You've got a match.
Perfect. Nicholas Jackson to Tottenham Hotspur. Roberto De Zerbi is reportedly flirting with forwards this window, believed at Tottenham. Fancy Chelsea's Nicholas Jackson. Frustrating loan at Bayern Munich there last season. He's back at Chelsea in pre-season training in Hong Kong. But would you like to see him at Spurs?
No, not for me.
Not.
Listen,
not getting you hot, no.
I hope he proves me wrong, to be honest. I don't think he can finish.
A flat one there.
In big games, I don't think he can finish. So I'm not overexcited, if I'm being honest. But I wish him well. I really do.
They even get like a convo.
No.
Just no.
Not even a.
No.
Yeah, not for me, mate.
No.
Next,
moving on. Liam Delap back to Ipswich. They say never go back, but it's not been quite.
Johnny Watt went back and done well.
Well, there you go. It's not been really a match at Chelsea.
Go back to your ex.
Well, do you go back to your ex in this situation?
All the time.
Ipswich, listen, I'll take fourth from bottom right now.
Yeah.
So he knows the club, and if he goes back there, good. Because he puts himself about. Again, is he a great finisher? Don't know. I watched him score last season. Was it last season?
Last season
against the Villa. It was the season before against Villa, opening game. Scored a cracking goal.
Imagine the front two, him and Maeda.
Maeda, whoever plays alongside Maeda has got to be understanding how he presses so quick. So Ipswich, I think this is great for us because we're going to have to work hard to stay in this Premier. And when Maeda goes, everyone's got to go. You've got to press. He is brilliant at it. He's the best I've seen. And he is lightning. It's whether Ipswich can get them the service. Are they going enough of the ball in the midfield to get Maeda the service? Delap would do okay with it.
On the counter-attack, he's perfect.
Yeah. Oh, no, he's rapid and can score.
So you swiping? Delap, Ipswich?
I'll say yeah.
Oh, that's got him hot under the collar.
Got a match.
Alan's been back. What is this, your 10th return to talkSPORT Breakfast?
What do you mean 10?
Alan Brazil 2.0. Everybody's buzzing to have you back home. Great to have you back, buddy. That's from Daniel Kane. We've got an early start and heading out to work, and it's not been the same without you. Superb to have
Lovely.
wee Al back on the radio.
Wee Al.
That's from Jack. It's going to stick. Big Al is back. That's from Elmo. So happy that you're back, pal. Mornings travelling to work are always a bit easier when you are on the radio.
That's great. You never realise that many people are listening to this early, you know. I know our big hour is sort of 8 o'clock, 8:30, but there is a lot of people on the road, isn't there? People are leaving earlier and earlier, so it's great if we can entertain them a wee bit.
People are coming back to work and not working from home.
Your mate from Villa, Tomo, his name is. He's Steve's pal, so he wished me a lovely, great to have you back. So I've had loads of them. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I'm so happy. Thank you.
You're doing great.
Right, Shaban, brilliant. That's not you finish, is it?
No, I'm here to annoy you for the long haul. I'm hanging around till 10 o'clock in case you,
then out to
in case you pass
It's
out.
not dressed like that just for like an hour.
Or is it Scots? She's off to Scots and Mayfair. Yeah, I'm back. Brazil with you till 10 this morning. Up next, it was chaos on the pitch for West Ham last season, but now it looks like chaos off it. We'll bring you the latest. More on that next.
good news about Areola is he went through this with Bournemouth. He lost the whole back four.
Yeah.
And he had some late signings at Bournemouth, and look how they turned out, and look what he did. And I'm pretty sure with the Liverpool ownership, I can be critical of any ownership, including my own, that over the years, they've spent money, and they've won a couple of league titles. Last year, they spent nearly £500 million. You could argue that maybe they overspent in some areas and should have spent in others.
But that's hindsight. Nobody was criticising the window at the time.
100% everyone thought we'd walk the league.
Yeah.
And this is football 12 months later where everyone thinks now we're the worst top 6 team in the Premier League. So I dare say Liverpool will look very different by the time the window closes.
Let's hear from Dominic Szoboszlai, shall we? He was speaking ahead of that recent friendly against Leeds, and he discussed the Liverpool squad depth.
I think I can talk from everybody's side that we want to be successful this season. It's a long term because obviously we have a new manager. The team has been changed, and it's maybe not in a couple of months, but in the long term, I think it will work out.
In the long term, it will work, says Dominic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Szoboszlai.
He's not a mug. He's just signed a new long-term deal. He sees what's going on. And by the way, they've got a lot of young talent in that squad. I know everyone's trying to say they need 10 new pieces or whatever else, but they still have a lot of good young players.
Feels like it could be a big year for Nguema, bearing in mind they're trying to sign wide players, but they haven't yet managed to get anyone.
He will be a sensation this year. I'll make a prediction that he'll win Young Player of the Year in the Premier League, without a doubt. And they're probably more confident because of him and because he can play left and right side.
Would you give up the chance to play for your country to become a global star of your sport and earn big money doing it? Well, that's the choice facing rugby players right now because of the proposed new R360 League. Led by 2003 World Cup winner Mike Tindall, it's already being backed by major investors. Its goal? Turn rugby union into franchises, not clubs, add some serious cash and a bit of razzmatazz. Or in their words, make the game more watchable, accessible and entertaining, especially for younger audiences. But there's been a huge pushback, a massive no way from the current game. So what exactly is R360 and why is it controversial? Rugby union is facing challenges on a domestic level right now. There's huge financial instability across even top-tier clubs. The English game has seen leading clubs like Wasps, London Irish and Worcester go out of business in the top flight. The Welsh provincial game is in total disarray too. R360 says they would remove what are easily some clubs' biggest expenses, i.e. the big stars, and therefore make more of them profitable. So the plan is to inject a new lease of life into the sport. But how exactly? Top stars of the men and women's game playing for a franchise-based league with fixtures in cities like London, Miami, Tokyo and Lisbon. Each city would host a tournament featuring all the franchises during a short 3-month season. And though no players have officially confirmed, reports suggest around 200 have signed pre-contracts, some worth up to 750 grand. And if that's the pre-contract, you can imagine where the full wages will get to. Problem is, the rest of rugby says no. In fact, no way. The national unions from England, Scotland, Ireland, France, Italy, South Africa, New Zealand and Australia have declared any player joining R360 will be banned from test selection. World Rugby's also not approved the league. Many fear it echoes football's failed European Super League, a top-down, money-driven idea that could damage the sport's traditions. So is it dead already? Well, rugby union is at a crossroads. Some may be against it, but we know others are being swayed by the cash. So will everything work itself out? Or after the European Super League and Live Golf, have we got sport's next big scandal on our hands?
at you now. Much older this is.
Sorry. What's
coming out of school?
talkSPORT Breakfast, Alan Brazil, Gabby, and Amber Clark's Deal Drop. Get the new car feeling without the new car price. Discover some of the biggest savings and find your next car today. Was that you interfering with the music, Gab?
I remember, at school you got a crush and this song's out at the same time. Out.
You had a crush with Gary Barlow?
No, I had a crush with someone at school, and then you know what I mean? Yeah, you go home and you put this on your tape player.
What was her name?
Samantha. I can't say surnames. Yeah, no? Samantha. Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
Gabby and Sam.
She looked like Rachel Stevens from S Club 7.
No, you are having a laugh.
No, she did. Honestly, she looked like her.
Yeah. Oh, lovely. Well,
I really liked her, Al.
Why didn't you play a bit of S Club then?
S Club 7, get it on.
What a show we have for you this morning. If you haven't heard, after a few months away, I'm back on breakfast this morning, and we have a whole host of guests lined up for you. Legendary gaffer Neil Warnock is in with us for a proper catch. Always coming in, brilliant, to give us his sharpest takes on who's done the best business in this transfer window. Acting royalty and proper West Ham fanatic, Ray Winston. All right, Ray will be giving us his thoughts ahead of life in the Championship. Plus, the great Glenn Hoddle drops by to dissect the mega summer spending sprees at Spurs and at Chelsea, of course. We'll come to Chelsea in a moment.
Yeah.
A couple of the signings they made. And Super Ali will be back. McCoy's will be back alongside me to review the opening weekend of the Scottish Premiership. Now, thank you all so much, and I mean this sincerely, for your lovely messages. It's been brilliant. Here's a couple of voice notes that have been sent in. Thank you.
Good morning, Alan. I heard you were coming back. Turn the radio on, and you haven't disappointed. Same old self. Wonderful. All the best, mate. Guna Ronnie.
Good morning, Al and Gabby. Great to have you back, Alan. Missed that wonderful voice.
Very nice. Honestly, lovely. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Right, on to football. West Ham, they kick off the season against Pompey. Does that sound right to you, Pompey? This Saturday in the Carabao Cup first round, live on talkSPORT 2. But off the pitch, boardroom drama is boiling over. talkSPORT understands West Ham co-owner Daniel Kretinsky has trimmed his stake in an effort to block Amanda Staveley's takeover bid and tighten his grip on the board. So it's an interesting all change at West Ham. Listen, I think the punters will be happy, don't you? So join us now for a bit more on what this season could look like for West Ham. It's a very good morning to West Ham fan, TV presenter Dan Lawless. Morning, Dan.
Morning, Dan. Morning, guys. Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome, Dan. Listen, it's amazing how quickly the season comes round again. West Ham Pompey in the Cup. Listen, it's got to be sorted quickly. I know it's difficult when there's so much money involved, but hopefully this is a good thing, isn't it, for West Ham fans? Because you were very unhappy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a problem, a bit of a mess, but it's an exciting mess to have, to be honest with you. Look, we've been wanting new ownership for years and years and years, and now we have two people come along at the same time that seem to be fighting over, who wants to run this club. And it's a crazy situation. Daniel Kretinsky, we all thought he was going to be the guy end of season that was going to be taking over the club. Sullivan stepping back. And then Amanda Staveley, who's been rumoured and linked with the club. And I didn't want to allow myself to believe that she would actually come in, because it's what I've been hoping for years. She comes in and tries to buy the shares of Amanda Gold out from under him. Vanessa Gold, sorry.
I think she's keen to sell, isn't she?
Sorry?
She's keen to sell Gold, I believe so.
Yeah, she's been looking to sell for a few years now, but there hadn't seemed to be a buyer come in. And Kretinsky wanted to buy, I think, 16% of the shares, and Amanda Staveley's come in and wanted to buy all of them, which is obviously massively appealing. And now Kretinsky's trying to block it, which is frustrating for me, because I think Amanda Staveley is the best hope for the club to get sort of everything that we've been wanting.
Well, it appears that she's got a lot of backing, a lot of money behind her. So, and unfortunately, in this day and age, that's what you need at a football club: money.
Yeah, for West Ham, look, we need someone to come in and heavily invest, make sure we get out of the Championship. And then go and see, like what Newcastle have done, take us to new heights, maybe one day Champions League football, maybe a trophy again, a domestic trophy. But the big thing for me is I believe she's the best chance for us to get a proper football stadium, whether that's redeveloping the one we've got. There's talks about her potentially wanting to knock this one down and build a new one, which is exciting for us.
Yeah.
Dan, how are you feeling about the season? West Ham are favourites to get promoted, first place. Are you happy with the squad of players, or do you think maybe you need a few more attacking options?
I don't think we're favourites. I wouldn't put us favourites right now with the squad that we've got. Keeping Jared Bowen was excellent. It was really good, and we've still got a few other Premier League players that we're hoping to stay, like Mavropanos and Castellanos. But there's massive holes in this squad at the moment. We seriously lack pace. We lack creativity. We haven't got any depth, when it comes to centre-back or midfield, still issues, and we haven't replaced Somerville. So the fact that we've sold really well is great, but we're still yet to make any signings. Yeah. So I'm actually quite concerned going into the new season as it stands.
Yeah, I always feel that a team like West Ham or a team that gets relegated, if you start the season well, get first 3-4 games, get 2-3 wins and a draw, unbeaten, you can go on and go on and go on. I think it's all about the start. They've got to start well. I don't know what it's like on paper, your fixtures, but West Ham have got to get on with it and just say, look, we're the Premiership side that have come down. We're better players than you, and we're going to prove it. A big start is what's needed, Dan.
Definitely.
Yeah, we've got a tough start. First we've got to go away to Burnley, which is going to be very tough. And I just worry we haven't got enough Championship experience in there, which I was hoping we'd bring in. We brought in this guy from Southampton to help us with recruiting some Championship players, but nothing's materialised yet. And like I said, we've got better players, but if you've got someone like Jared Bowen, who's your main man, teams are going to know to target him and mark him out the game. And you haven't got anyone else there that can really step up. So for me, I can see us really starting slow if we don't go quickly and try and get some signings in. So I don't see why they're struggling to get the players in. We've had all summer, so we've got a cup game. Okay, so look, if we get knocked out of that, it's not the end of the world. But by the time we play Burnley, we need some players in desperately.
Yeah. Obviously, the big game for both clubs' fans, Millwall, West Ham. Oh. Now, Millwall are a good side here. Hopefully we're going to be talking about football and nothing else. Millwall, West Ham, 29th of August. It's going to be free on ART, and is it free to air on television? So that's got to be good news, isn't it? A lot of people can watch that one. Is Dan still there? Has he gone? You still there, Dan? If you can... Yeah. So Millwall, West Ham, Dan. I'm sure the boys are talking about that already, getting over there. But Millwall are a good side. They were a little bit unlucky last year, so this is more than a tough game.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, first, the fact that it's free to air on ITV is massive, and it shows you what a huge game this is. I think it's going to be a game that the country will be watching, and Millwall, I do worry about that game. I've just laid out the problems that we have. It's going to be a heated game. It's going to be a physical game, and I want to make sure we've got a team that's up for it because I want to win that. Their fans are going to be desperate, to smash us. So for West Ham, we need to make sure we're ready for that game. As it stands, we're not ready. But with the country watching, I want to see us go there and smash Millwall completely, and we need to go make sure we're ready.
Well, it's wishful thinking because, as I say, it's a tough game, and it's only around the corner, 19th of September. Dan, listen, brilliant to talk to you. I've got a soft spot for West Ham, I really do. It's just up the A12, used to play there in the youth team. Chadwell Heath, go up there and play West Ham. Alvin Martin. I saw Alvin last week. They were all up at a charity golf for Bobby Moore, Alan Kirbishley, Stuart Slater. Do you remember Stuart?
Yes, remember
Stuart. That was a few of the boys. Bobby. There's, I think Trevor might have been there. Trevor Brooken, but he was at the golf, not the back to the pub. They raised a lot of money as well for the charity. So it was really, really good.
Yes, lovely.
And one or two of the supporters there who come up and travelled to help the charity out were talking about this game, Millwall.
Massive.
Millwall, they were really good last year, so it's going to be an absolute cracker.
They'll fancy themselves.
So that's the 19th of September, free to air on television. So that's great news. Right, coming up, we're going to talk a couple of weeks. Top presenters, I've been getting a bit of themselves. So up next, we'll put. I tell you what, they've done well for me. Cundy and O'Hara, right? When I was lying in my hospital bed late at night, I thought, oh God, what am I going to do now? I can't sleep. I thought, put them on.
Funny, aren't they?
And they soon put me to sleep. 7:16.
No Vin, no fee. That's on the back page of The Sun, with also Arsenal target Vinny Jr. back in training with Madrid. You feel as though, if the Madrid deal happens, he will end up staying. But around Bruno, they've had a deal rejected for £75 million. So do you think Gabby actually, depending on how these plan out, Arsenal might have a quiet window?
Yeah, but they don't need a busy window. Just won the Premier League, and they're going to strengthen. They've lost Trossard, they brought in Zolis, who's a very good winger. If they bring in Bruno Guimaraes, I think that's enough to go again and win the Premier League anyway, even without him. But it's going to make them stronger. And I think he's a fantastic player. I don't think he should be the same fee as Tonali because of the age difference. 3 years older than Tonali. So you look at him, no sell-on value for Arsenal if they sign him. So I think 75, 80 is about right.
30 million less, okay.
Just because of the age I'm looking at.
Okay. Yeah. But they're not going to have... But how important is it that Arsenal do get in a midfield, especially at the start of the season, because they won't have Declan Rice?
Yeah, and they've sold Norgard to Everton, so you're looking at that midfield and you're saying it's a bit light now. I think it's a fantastic player. We're just talking, me and Jeff, off air. That probably says Zubamendi, maybe you're a squad player next season.
Mm.
Yeah, and I think the thing is with Bruno Guimaraes that he's reportedly said that he wants to join Arsenal. So the deal will happen. So from a Newcastle perspective, get it done. Yeah. Don't let this become Alexander Isak Mark II.
He knows. Shaban said, what's this? Wow. That is disrespectful, Shaban. This is famous music.
Oh, this is your man.
Yeah.
Soprano.
Oh,
Brilliant.
yeah,
There you go.
And of course, Pussy, who was the...
Pardon?
That's his nickname in the show.
I know.
Died, passed away.
Terrible
What a
news,
shame. Big pussy.
I know.
And it turned out he was a grass, wasn't he?
He's a rat, weren't he? On the
I know.
So, yeah.
What a series that was, by the way.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry, we were saying bad words.
What a series that
on
was.
Sopranos.
Magic.
You reckon top three?
Ray Winston's coming on later. I wonder if Ray was a Soprano fan.
How?
I loved it.
I still watch it now.
Yeah.
If I'm at home and watch something on that you're just watching slightly, Tony Soprano.
It was the characters in it were fantastic.
Paulie was my favourite, I think.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. Do you remember the one with Paulie with the cat? He thought the cat was a devil.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
And then his mum, was it his mum?
The mum wasn't very nice, was
and
she?
then Paulie and what's his name? In the woods in the snow chasing the Russian.
Christopher.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Russian guy, yeah.
Fantastic. Right,
Do you
we move
remember
on.
though, when his mum wasn't his mum? And then he kicked her out the house.
I can't remember
Yeah,
that.
Paulie, yeah, funny. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, I do remember.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I thought when you talking about mums, I thought you were talking about Tony's mum. She was a right pain in the back.
Yeah, she was annoying.
Yeah, that's what I remember of watching it, thinking she's
Unbelievable.
got a face on her,
Unbelievable
isn't she?
show.
Junior was good as well in his own way. It was a great series.
You watched any of the Housewives while you've been off?
No.
Okay.
Watching what? Housewives?
Yeah.
No.
You enjoy Real Housewives?
No, I can't watch that.
And what Suffolk?
It's fine. Just checking. Oh, I bet that'd be a good one. The Real Housewives of Suffolk. Suffolk with Alan Brazil's wife.
Right, come on. Go on
Right,
with it.
it's been 4 months. A long time since you were last here doing your
What,
show.
4 months?
4
was it?
months? Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. I can't count.
Well, I know
think
my
it's 4
past didn't work this morning when I came in.
So that makes sense. Lots have happened since you've been gone. Jamie O'Hara got married. and-
I lay in bed in hospital hearing them
about
talk
it.
about it. No.
Yeah.
Are they still married?
I think so.
Oh,
I think it's
good
going
news.
strong. Alex Crook has been commentating on horse racing.
Has he?
A lot has
Well, he
changed.
does like his horses.
He does indeed. Around the time you left, sports bar presenter Jason Cundy also had his own surgery, but this was a hair transplant. It wasn't anywhere
I heard
else.
he was having it, yeah.
Yeah, if you're watching now on the YouTube channel, you'll be able to see
Has it worked?
his results.
So what's happened when you have a hair transplant?
Oh.
When you have a boob job, you notice it straight away.
Yeah.
Right? Well, trust me, you do.
Right, okay.
So when you have a boob job, you can
Great
see
analogy.
it. You can see it straight away. When you have a hair transplant, what happens is the hairs lay dormant and they shed and they go away and they disappear. Then they come back 2 or 3 months later. On a boob job, you see it straight away. I've not had a boob job. I've had a hair transplant. So sit tight. Trust the process.
He does look all right now.
Oh, he looks different, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He looks mean.
He looks
He looks
good.
different.
I think he looks well.
He's been causing carnage, Cundy, when you've been off.
man.
Has he?
Yeah, you got
man.
to sort him out, mate. He's a bad influence on
He wore a
certain people.
Haiti top on the day Scotland played Haiti.
Yeah, but he does that, doesn't he?
Morocco shirts,
But
Brazil shirts. a lot.
the chunk's been very quiet, hasn't he?
Well, has he?
Married life.
Has
Married
he?
life.
Well, the chunk also made the headlines and went viral after England were knocked out of the World Cup.
Oh, sack him. I heard
We
this.
go 1-0 up. Be brave. Be brave, Thomas. This is what we brought you in for. We brought you in for this moment. We got rid of Southgate because he bottled it, because he weren't brave. We brought you in for now to make that decision. We're 1-0 up in a World Cup semi-final. Bring on Rashford. Bring on Saka. And if they score, they score. But at least we're going to go down fighting. At least we're going to go down with some pride. We fell out of the World Cup in disgrace because of him. Because of him. And we brought him in for this job. This is what we brought him in for, to get us over this line. And it's the same old England, same old crap, same old guff that I have to watch every tournament that we're in. And it's the manager's tucked us up again.
No more Britney anymore, I don't. Can't talk about Britney.
That was a meltdown from Jamie. He actually made it onto US television off
Did he?
the back of that. He was on Fox Sports.
He's a
Gabby,
star. No, he's a big star over there on US television.
Why?
you dare rein it in.
Why is that
Don't.
for our new listeners?
No, I better not. I better not go.
Both of you.
No.
Enough.
Oh, you
Button it.
changed, mate. You
Gabby.
just say.
No, I better not.
Oh,
No.
Both of you.
You changed. Boring.
You'll be sued.
All right.
Don't go near
Let's
Jamie
move on.
O'Hara.
Let's
I mean it.
move on.
Okay, Gabby Agbonlahor also made his own headlines after him and his partner in crime, Jason Cundy, had a go at Arsenal losing the Champions League to PSG.
I told you, Al.
Outrageous.
I told you, Al, when you go, mate, it's what happens. Cundy's got hold of me, bad influence. That's out of character for me.
Did you think they crossed the line with the PSG shirts celebrating Arsenal's loss? Go on.
Yeah.
I agree. Cundy's a bad influence. I've said I don't want to work with him ever again.
Well, Jason Cundy took a moment on air to apologise.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought at the top of the show, the only right thing to do was to apologise and say sorry.
Yes.
To absolutely nobody. The double Champions League winners, Chelsea, can say what we want. Right, get your big boy pants on, you gooners. I've heard you whinging and cringing. Oh, he wore a top to work I didn't like. Oh, he celebrated a goal against our team. You lot moaning.
He's gold.
Shocking.
He's
I'm not
gold.
getting involved. Clean slate for me.
I apologise to absolutely nobody. And finally, you missed talkSPORT, but over in Virgin, we're hoping you're going to be back there very soon.
Well, I'm doing a bit on Friday.
Oh, great. Chris Evans was actually out in LA and he caught up with the cast of Ted Lasso. There's a new series coming out tonight.
Yeah.
And Jason Sudeikis, who plays Mr. Lasso himself, spoke about meeting Robbie Williams at the World Cup final.
And lo and behold, on Sunday before the thing started, in comes walking the one and only Mr. Robbie Williams, and we lost our minds and turned into like little kids.
That is
and when they say don't meet your heroes, they're not talking about him.
So gorgeous.
They're not.
Silly,
He's
isn't he?
so funny, and these two are doing a bit of British and American like deep cut references, and it was just so funny. He was so present, so kind, just checking in, and yeah, his area was right across from us.
Yeah.
And then Tom Cruise comes walking in. My son gets to meet I Show Speed, and I'm still like, where's Robbie? Where's Robbie? Is Robbie?
There you go. A lot of love for Robbie Williams.
I've not watched Ted Lasso.
Have you not? Oh, well, stick that on your list of things to do when you're chilling.
Really?
On a day off.
I just don't. I don't know.
That and the Real Housewives of Cheshire.
Oh, away you go. You
Thank me
can't watch that
later.
rubbish.
Thank me later.
Oh, you not got much. You haven't got on your.
That's real
A
life.
month ago, I told you your holiday now for the next few years is gone, isn't it?
I know.
You used it all up.
I'm going to be like McCoy. So I'm going to holiday in Iceland. And no sun, no baby,
I thought he was in
no
the
beach
Algarve.
flowers. I might as well go to, I don't know,
Camping or something.
Timbuktu or somewhere.
Maybe get back in touch with nature. Go on a buff.
What?
Campsites, naturist. Get back in touch with the ground.
Go back home, Al. Scotland, mate.
I know.
No sun there.
We were talking about it the other day because my grandkids would love to be up there.
Oh, great.
And
See
you're
your
dead
roots.
right. I've got to get up there. But I was talking about it yesterday. The midges.
Oh,
That's something I don't miss.
do you know
not living
what?
there.
It's peddling down as well.
Aye.
Mum said yesterday, still raining.
Yeah, but at the same time, we are desperate for rain down here. East Anglia, this is harvest time, Gab.
Yes, okay.
And it's a beautiful time of the year normally, but the farmers are really, really struggling.
Maybe you should go into farming.
Do you know what? I live around a load of farms, and I've got friends who are farmers, and it's really tough for them at the moment. The government, it's not the government's fault, the weather, but they're going to have to help, or we're going to have to be buying all our food, all imported in, so it's going to cost us more money. This is a shocking harvest.
I know.
The wine will be good.
Oh.
Yeah, that's perfect water for the wines, but not for food. You know, like wheat, barley, stuff like that's been terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
the grass isn't great as well, isn't it?
It's a great time of the year, the smell and all that, and the farmers out till late at night, till dusk. Beautiful.
I
Great
saw a
time of the year.
drone video the other day and how scorched the land was.
Oh, sure.
It's terrible.
crazy.
Yeah. Gardens aren't looking great now.
Right, Shaban, brilliant. 7:30. So that Ted Lasso TFI special is out now. Sorry, Chris, that's just something I don't watch. Just search Virgin Radio UK into YouTube to find Chris Evans' The Special Show. That's the Ted Lasso TFI special. Coming up, we're going to bring you the very latest news that Mo Salah, he's off to Turkey. Is that good or bad? Not for a hair transplant, Jason, but to play football. More on that next.
Let's take a very quick call on Trent Alexander-Arnold. Oliver is a Liverpool fan. Morning, Oliver.
Morning, how you doing, lad? You all right?
Yeah.
All right,
really good,
Oliver.
mate, yeah. Would you like to see Trent
all
back?
good. I'd absolutely love to see Trent back. I think Mo Salah missed him very much last season. Obviously, Salah had a pretty poor season last season, but when he come back with Real Madrid, it was very frosty, and I think the damage is being done, to be honest with you. But I would love to see him back in a Liverpool shirt, yeah.
Look, there's no doubt. Nobody can doubt his quality. On the ball, he's as good as anything, anywhere.
He was winning games from right back. I mean, obviously the Barcelona game in 2019, that cross, and then I think he was very, very important when we won the league with Slot as well. So much quality, from right back.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, brilliant. I think a lot of Liverpool fans would share that view. They'd all love to see Trent back. Oliver, thanks very much indeed.
Maybe Jeff as well. Thanks, Oliver. You wonder though whether the player, having not really done it at Real Madrid, would want to sort of maybe at least stick around for another 6 months to see exactly where he figures and where he fares. He'll know pretty soon. As players, you get the vibe whether or not you're on you're part of the in club or whether you're on the outside of it.
Premier League teams have got a load of crazy nicknames. Ever wondered where they came from? Some are pretty straightforward. Arsenal are the Gunners because they were founded by a group of munitions workers, and Bournemouth are the Cherries because their old stadium was built right next to a cherry orchard. Then there's Everton. They're dubbed the Toffees, but why? Well, because when the club was formed, just down the road there were 2 local toffee shops. Ipswich Town nicked their nickname off their opponents in the late 90s, Birmingham. The term Tractor Boys was chanted as a way to tease the team about their farming background, but they started using it themselves as a way to cheer on the team in victory instead. Take that, Birmingham. Let's head to Leicester, famous for more than just a red, orangey cheese and Jamie Vardy. Leicestershire's also the birthplace of fox hunting, hence the Foxes. Crystal Palace's nickname came from an extreme makeover. They were having a nightmare run in the 70s, and when they were relegated, their manager, Malcolm Allison, wasn't having it. I know what'll make us better, he thought, a new nickname. The Strong and Deadly Eagle sounded like a pretty good bet. And there's more to that story. Brighton used Palace's nickname to inspire their own. Ooh, bird, they thought. Let's just pick a different one for us. And so, in a heated match between the two teams back in 1976, when Palace fans began chanting "Eagles, Eagles," Brighton fans had the perfect reply: "Seagulls, Seagulls." So next time the away end's chanting their crazy nickname, you'll now know exactly where it came from.
.36 talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Brazil Gabby Agbonlahor and Arno Clark. It's the perfect time to upgrade your car. Get 2 years free servicing when you buy a used car in the upgrade event, check it out online. By the way, Gab, you're a Range Rover. When you get that service, that must be a few quid.
Do you know what I do though?
What?
I've got a service plan.
Have you?
Pay monthly, so it's not one
Do
big
you?
hit. Yeah.
Ah.
You don't. Never heard of that, Al?
No.
So basically, you pay monthly throughout a year. When you choose the service, you take it in.
All right, good.
Yeah, so it's not a big hit.
Well done, Gab.
Thanks, mate.
Just $1,000 a month. Don't forget, Alan McCoy is on the show today from 9 a.m. Rangers are in European action tomorrow night. And speaking of Europe, Brighton fans, are you ready to relive the magic of another European night at the Amex? Tickets now will go on sale today for Brighton's Conference League playoff second leg. Adult tickets start from just £18. Head to brightonandhovealbion.com. That's brightonandhovealbion.com for tickets and full details. And if you can't make it, we'll bring you live commentary right here on talkSPORT. But now it's time at 7:37. Time for a bit of this.
Rookies Roundup, right here every day. Rookies Roundup, which players are on their way? If an agent's got a story.
Hello, Alex Crook. What you got for me?
Rookie gets it first.
Yeehaw, cowboy! There's a snake in my boot.
Delighted to say join us now, talkSPORT chief football correspondent Alex Crook. Morning, Crookie.
Morning, Crookie.
Good morning, boys. Welcome back, Al.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right, let's start with Salah. talkSPORT understands the Egyptian winger set to sign for Turkish club Trabzonspor.
Yeah.
As a 2-year contract. I heard Dean Saunders say earlier, Crookie, that he'd rather he went somewhere else rather than Turkey. Dino should know. He's been out there and played there. What do you make of that? Was that a surprise to you, Alex?
A little bit, because I think we all felt he was probably destined for the Saudi Pro League, having been their top target for a number of windows now. And Trabzonspor are a good club in Turkey, but as Dino's probably told you already, by no means the biggest club in Turkey. Galatasaray and Fenerbahce and Besiktas probably all bigger than Trabzon, but he's got a 2-year contract. 17 million euros a year is his annual salary, so he's going to become the highest paid player ahead of Victor Osimhen in the Turkish league. And obviously, a lot of that is tax-free as well. He's got 20% of his royalty fees. So he's going to become a very rich man from this contract.
If he's not already.
Well, absolutely. But I think I'd have preferred, like Dino, to see him maybe join a more illustrious club. But he is due in Turkey today.
But Crookie, when you look at last season, I mean, Mo Salah's had a fantastic season, 34 now, but only 7 goals, 7 assists in 27 league games. Didn't really set the World Cup alight, did he? 1 goal, 2 assists in the World Cup. Is it the right move for him at the level he is now?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the drop-off from the previous season was quite startling, and for me, that was the single biggest factor in why Liverpool struggled so badly to defend their title. I do think he missed his pal, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and that relationship down the right-hand side. But yeah, probably on what we saw last season, his days at the top level are over. And good luck to him. As I say, Trabzonspor have been very transparent about this. They released a statement last night confirming that he was due to fly into Istanbul today to undergo a medical and complete the formalities. And I'm sure he's going to get a hero's welcome.
Maybe, look, let's be fair. Maybe he realises I'm not the same player anymore. Mm-hmm. That's the standard he wants to play. You don't know. Maybe that's how he feels.
Exactly.
What about now, on the other side of it, a guy about to make a big move, it appears. I don't know what's going on at Newcastle at the moment, but Bruno to Arsenal. Do you think that's going to happen, Alex?
Yeah, I felt for several weeks it was going to happen, despite what we were being told by some sources in the northeast. Talks between intermediaries and Arsenal have been going on for some time. Bruno made it clear, I think, as far back as the end of last season, that he would like to explore this opportunity. As of last night, the two clubs were close to agreeing a fee I believe will reach as high as £80 million, and he's just waiting in La Manga with his Newcastle teammates for permission to get on that flight and undergo a medical. So yeah, good signing for Arsenal, but another big blow, as you say, for Newcastle, having already lost Anthony Gordon, Sandro Tonali, and their manager Eddie Howe. It's going to be fascinating to see how they've rebuilt this squad.
They need, don't they, Newcastle, Crookie? They need Voltamada. They need Alanga. They need Vissa, who done well at the World Cup with Congo. They need to step up, don't they? Because big money transfers from last summer that haven't worked.
Yeah, that was basically the Alexander Isak money, wasn't it? Spent on those 3 players, and as you say, didn't work out initially. Alanga, I think, really struggled going from being a big fish in a relatively small pond at Forest to suddenly joining the juggernaut that is Newcastle, and that weight of expectation that comes, Gabs, from playing at St James's Park, Voltemada? Is he a 10? Is he a number 9? Is he somewhere in between? And Johan Wissa just never got going, did he? Picked up an injury on international duty within days of signing and never quite looked fully fit. So, yeah, those players do need to deliver. But I think the recruitment team need to deliver some signings as well, because let's not beat around the bush. One of the big factors in Eddie Howe's decision to stand down was the fact his best players were being sold from underneath him, and clearly he didn't have faith in the players that were coming in that Newcastle would be able to mount any kind of European challenge this season.
Yeah. Alex, I believe you've been doing a bit of racing commentaries as well. What a battle that was, Gstaad, with Bo Echo. Just sensational, wasn't it?
Yeah, one of the best races I've ever seen now. But I've got to say, it was one of the best Goodwoods I've been to, not just because I backed 16 winners, but, you know, the weather was glorious. The fans were out in force, and we saw some high quality racing. But it was one of the most nerve-wracking experiences of my life when I was pitched in with 2 hours' notice when Rupert Bell fell ill. But I think we just about got away with it.
Brilliant. And also, Gabby's been telling tales, Alex, about you've been bullied or something by, is it Darren McAntony from Portsmouth, from Peterborough, Posh.
He tried his best, but every time he tried to lay a glove on me, I just reminded him they were terrible last season and he hasn't signed any players and his fans are not happy. So I think I came out on top.
Yeah, but it's interesting, Posh, isn't it? Because like Dan and Barry Fry, of course, what a character.
Yes.
I always look at Posh's results, not because of Adrian, but, you know, it's East Anglia.
Of course.
And, yeah, you're right, they have been struggling. Gab?
Yes, quick one, Crookie. Our friend, the owner of Hull, Atune, how come he's doing your job now, mate, and he's putting out transfer speculation on social media?
Do you know what? This divides opinion, but if I was a Hull fan, I'd absolutely love this, because we all complain that we don't hear enough from the hierarchy of football clubs, from owners and chief executives. The fact he's so transparent and he put a list overnight of flags of different nationalities and the percentage of signing them, yeah, I think it's brilliant. He wrote an open letter to the fans as well, saying, look, trust me, I'm going to build you a really exciting team. And one of those flags was the Jamaican flag, Gabby.
Yes.
You'll be interested in this.
Please.
And I have checked in this morning. They are close, Hull, to completing the signing of Leon Bailey.
Thank you. Thank you.
He's a good player, Bailey. He just lost his way.
Yeah, last couple of years. Yeah, he's not the same player.
Crookie, brilliant. Thank you. Keep up the good work. Brilliant.
Stick up for yourself,
right,
Crookie.
Still, yeah. Don't be bullied. Right, we've also coming up, Ray Winston coming up, and we're going to talk to Ali as well, aren't we?
Looking forward to that.
Yeah. But he's been busy, isn't he, Ali? When you think about it, past few months, really incredible.
What's he going to do with all that money he's earning now?
Well, I don't know.
He can lend us a bit.
I think he's going to plant some more trees. He's in trouble up there, you know.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
Although he won his court case.
Is it his neighbour that's on his case?
Yeah.
Upsetting people.
I know.
People say he's a nice guy as well.
Oh no, he's got a nasty streak to him. Don't worry about that. He's got a nasty streak to him. Glenn Hoddle coming up later as well, and Neil Warnock's brilliant. We've got a great guest list coming up this morning as we're building up to the start of the Premiership. Of course, only a couple of weeks away now. It's going to be great. Right, quick break. 7:45. Shaban next.
Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Want to win a brand new Ford Ranger? Just spend £100 or more using your Travis Perkins trade account to enter into the draw. T's and C's apply.
I speak to people here and there, good sources.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing I can say is that I know for a fact we're not going to rush. The window doesn't close until the beginning of September, end of August, beginning of September. We've got a lot of time to make decisions. And on top of that, we're not like other teams who desperately have to strengthen and anyone's better than their current team. If somebody comes into our team, they have to be the right personnel, the right players on the pitch, and they have to fit the vision of Arsenal Football Club. We haven't spent 7-8 years building this squad for anyone to come in and for it to be some kind of joke. So the likes of Bruno, great attitude. He can play, Mikel likes him versatile. He can play as a 6, he can play as an 8. he can play as a 10 if you really want him to as well.
His creativity is very underrated, Joel.
Exactly. You know, and we all know what it gets like. When you're Arsenal Football Club, you're in every single competition, guys. Just to remind everybody, we only, didn't play 2 games out of the possible. All of the games that you could have played last season, we only didn't play 2 games. What games were they? Do you know?
It would be the League Cup final. Oh no, you played that.
You're wrong.
That.
You're wrong. Don't worry, Ollie. I'll correct.
Go on. Yeah, go on.
Semi-final of the FA Cup.
And
the final of the FA Cup.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. So that means that even if you've got 2 10s, Eze and Odegaard and how great they are, sometimes you need more players.
Okay, 7:49, talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Alan Brazil and Gabby alongside me. What do we know this Wednesday morning? Well, Arsenal are in direct talks with Newcastle to sign Bruno, the Newcastle captain. Brazilian is thought to be in Spain with the team, La Manga, I believe, for the pre-season tour. Infantino has called senior FIFA staff to a crisis meeting in Rabat, Morocco, after Arsene Wenger criticised botched plans to sell off the World Cup. And Garnacho was taken off with a facial injury during a 3-1 win for the Villa in Thailand in pre-season. He's also gone viral for a misplaced pass. What about Garnacho, Gab, with the greatest... Listen, I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I'll get my cards on the table. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
He's too iffy for me. You know, sometimes he can do really good things, and more than not, he doesn't. So I'm not a fan.
He wouldn't have been the manager's first target, but when you've got these financial fair play rules, Al, you've got to be clever and smart with what you can spend. I think it's a loan to start.
And of course, the manager can't come out and say that.
Exactly. He can get the best out of him, maybe. But I agree. I wasn't a fan, but now he's at Aston Villa. I've got to try and be positive, and hopefully he can prove us all wrong. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, okay. Right, so a lot happening. We'll bring you right up to speed here on the station. There's going to be some business done between now and the start of the season, that's for sure. Right, time now, 7:50. Time now for our next coffee break.
The Costa Coffee Break on talkSPORT, sponsored by Costa Express. Get a regular Costa Express iced coffee as part of your Tesco meal deal at participating Tesco stores. Terms and conditions apply.
$7.51 and Annabelle's back.
You've been to Annabelle?
No, but it sounds fun.
You try to look younger now, didn't she? She tried to look younger.
That's maybe the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know,
the Botox out.
You don't know what happens in Annabelle.
Is that what it is?
God, yeah. Botox, fake hair.
You don't know what happens in
It's definitely
Annabelle.
fake hair, isn't it? You couldn't grow hair like that.
No,
Not
hell
your
no.
age.
No.
You don't know what sort of people go to Annabelle's, no?
No, enlighten me.
Do some research afterwards.
Why don't you just book us in and we'll go for the after show
I
party?
couldn't go there. The sort of people. Oh,
Get yourself in trouble.
What do you mean?
I'm winding her up. Annabelle's is good.
Is that a restaurant or?
Yeah.
Club.
Is that a club?
It's private members club.
Oh, now it's all making sense,
Use
Gabby.
Alan's pass.
I see you. Okay, Al, this has been going around this morning. It's been going around for about 27 years. Some of your best bits on the radio, also known as bloopers. So we want you to blind rank them. This is a kind of social media trend that goes around where people would do blind ranking on players, but they don't know all of the players, and you have to rank them from best to worst without knowing what's coming up next. So basically, we're going to play 5 of your bloopers. You have to blind rank them from 1, which will be the worst, to 5, which is not so bad. All right? Does that
What,
make...
you mean mistakes are made?
So I'm going to play you 5 clips.
Yeah.
One after the other. You have to give them a number, whether you think they're 1, that's the worst one.
Yeah, all right.
5, 1.
The worst blooper I've made.
Exactly.
Right.
So first up, let's go with this absolute classic.
Portugal take on Greece in the big opener. Now let's get a Greek point of view from the Greek daily newspaper Eleftheris Typos. Goodness me, I hope I pronounced that right. And let's say a very good morning to next guest, George Georgiakopoulos. George, I'm sorry, I'm struggling with I always have struggled with Greek names. George, good morning.
Good morning. You didn't do too badly, actually.
Tough names.
There you go. Oh, tough names. Zorba couldn't get them right.
Oh, but you go Greece a lot, don't you? Greece, Cyprus on holiday. How do you not?
Is your son-in-law Greek?
He's English, but his father's
Greek heritage, right?
from Athens. In fact, they're there at the moment. They're in Paris at the moment. Send me pictures. Oh, sunsets, unbelievable.
You should know.
Get lost, Gabby. By the way, if I can't do it, you've got no chance.
Coming from Oxford over there.
Unbelievable. Gabby, you struggle to get flipping, the surname Black right. Crikey.
Eric Black.
Yeah, absolutely. Aberdeen, I'm up there soon. No, Shaban, I'd say that's not my worst. No, that's difficult. I'd say I'd rank that 5.
5, all right, not too bad. Okay, here you are given a golf update from the Open.
Oh, brilliant.
It's gone 9:32. Don't forget Andy Gray coming up at 10 o'clock here on the Sports Breakfast. 9:32, Tiger after his ball on the left-hand side. 9:32 here on talkSPORT.
What time was it?
Well, I think it's around 9:32, Gab. I have to tell you, see, this was me putting my company first. I'd been working all morning, and they were a bit short, and someone said, like, you wouldn't fancy going out with the 13th green or something at the Open and just do a little bit of commentary. We'll only come to you if we have to. I went, yeah, go on then. And then all of a sudden they give me this pack to put on with an aerial. I was like flipping Action Man, on the back with a big 12-foot aerial. Yeah. And I'm walking about, and of course, right at the green, you go, whisper, haven't you? Whisper. So anyway, it was roasting hot. In the morning, early in the morning, it was Scotland. It was boiling. Sorry, it was freezing in the morning, but now at 3:30 in the afternoon, it's boiling hot.
Was it hot or cold?
It was freezing in the morning.
What time was it?
In the morning, 5:30. 5:30. But by 9:32, the sun was coming up.
Did you have a clock in your hand?
Yeah. It was coming up. Anyway, I'm walking about like Joe 90. But I've got the pack on my back and the aerial. And I was sweating buckets, by the way. I mean, as much as I love my golf, I'm like, what am I doing here? Why am I doing this? And then there's a wee gap in the fence. I thought, hello, our Diggs is near there. Right, this was talkSPORT early days, no budget.
Yeah.
We were in Diggs, not in a hotel.
Still no budget.
And there was a hole in the fence. I thought, hello. So I let them clear the green. Off come the old Joe 90 pack. Got all my gear off. Slid through the fence. Boom. Anyway, I get gear off in the shower. I'm lying in the bed just thinking, oh, thank God that's over. And the walkie-talkie was still on. And I've got the producer saying, Alan. And I'm going, hello. And I thought, I'm not going back there. Anyway, she's gone ballistic. She's got engineers to check the signal, the pylon. They got a bollocking. They got an absolute rollicking they got. And I was lying in the bed. I thought, I'm not doing this anymore. It was flipping roasting.
Thank God you were just lying in bed.
Oh,
you went to sleep at 9:32 p.m.
9:32.
9:32. Hey, what number are we giving that?
I'll give that. That was quite funny actually. I'll give that a 4. 4.
All right, fine. Here we are when Alan struggled to pronounce this word.
This is Mike. Good morning, Mike. He says,
Mikey.
hey guys, I can't help but feel that the FA are taking quite a hypocritical. Let me get this right, yeah, hold on. I've got to get this. Don't cut me. Taking quite a hypocritical.
Hypocritical?
No, it's not, is it? How do I say it?
Hypocritical.
All right, hypocritical. You can't do it.
No, say it again.
Right, the FA.
You're getting there.
Hypocritical.
See?
That's still not right. It's not right.
Say it again.
It's not right. Hypocritical.
That's good. 2 and 2.
All right, we'll go with that.
Well, that was the bad old days. That was chicken biryani there, Ronnie O'Rani. Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah. And he look you, Gabby, he can't pronounce it. Hypocritical. There you go.
That's got to be high up the list, no?
Oh, yeah, it's up there. I'd say that's number 2.
2, all right. Okay, here we are showing off his knowledge of the modern day style music of rap.
Yeah, Tim Shady, or what his name is.
Who?
Tim.
Tim.
No.
Tim Shady, okay.
Nah, I'd say that is... no, that's not the answer.
That's 3, isn't it? That's 3.
Yeah.
Which means you've saved the best to last.
Oh, it's got to be Gary Bushell, isn't it?
Or, yeah.
Yeah,
Bob
talking to Gary
Monkhouse.
Bushell. Yeah, talking to Gary
God
Bushell.
bless him.
I feel a bit of a fraud today.
Why?
Because I wasn't watching any TV last night. I was at the filming of the BAFTA tribute for Bob Monkhouse over at the BBC.
Is that right? Bet that was a bit of fun.
Oh, there were some really nice contributions from a lot of good people, including some of the best of the younger comics around now. You like Jack D, Jimmy Carr, Steve Coogan. You're left with no doubt that Monkhouse was a giant.
Yeah, sure. Oh, no, absolutely.
Gary, what about Bob's health now?
He died at Christmas.
I think Mr. Brazil was just looking a little bit back there rather than forward. You're absolutely right.
I heard 2 different versions of it, to be honest.
The terrible thing
2
was
different
that
versions, I was told.
That has got to be up there. Although there was another one you missed out. The cricket down in South Africa was a cracker as well.
Gosh, yeah.
That was a cracker.
Yeah. That's
So we know
somebody else who was unwell, right?
I'll tell you, for me, this was probably the best.
Yeah.
So but that was the real early days, right?
Yes.
And it was 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week. That was cream cracker,
really
honestly.
tough,
I don't know how you do it.
And if you have a night out and you come in, and plus you're tired,
4 hours work. It's difficult.
Oh yeah, 3 hours, and suddenly you get. The thing about live radio is they hit you with things. You don't know who's coming on. And I didn't really. I knew of Gary Bushell, so it's nothing to do with him, but I wasn't really listening, if I'm being honest. And Paddy was trying to take it on, and Paddy kept shaking his head at me, saying, "Get on, mate." But he knows Gary Bushell, so I thought I'd let him get. And I wasn't listening. And when they mentioned Bob Monkhouse, funny enough, someone was talking about a few weeks ago saying he was ill, but he was recovering. I didn't realise he died, But going back to South Africa, it was the England were down there, the World Cup cricket, and Neil Manthorpe it was, who was reporting from Joburg. And I think, is it Newlands? Is that Joburg? Is that Cape Town? Anyway, it was Newlands, and he was talking about the palm tree swaying and this and that, and chatting away. And he says, "I'm really looking forward to it." I said, "What about the commentary? Have you got some great guests?" And he rattled off some great West Indian great bowlers and and then he mentioned a few South Africans. And I don't know what came over me. I just says, "And what about Hansie? Will Hansie be joining you in the commentary box?" And Paddy's shaking his head like mad. I went, "Stop shaking your head at me. What are you doing?"
This is a shock.
And then Hansie goes, Neil goes quiet. He says, "Alan, I don't understand Hansie." I says, "Yeah, Hansie, you're talking about great South Africans. Hansie Cronje, of course." He says, Hansie's dead, Alan." And the only thing I could think of was, "I'm sorry, I must have been on holiday." It's the only thing I could think. 8 o'clock.
The Costa Coffee Break on talkSPORT, sponsored by Costa Express. Get a regular Costa Express iced coffee as part of your Tesco meal deal at participating Tesco stores. Terms and conditions apply.
It's interesting, this situation with Vinicius Junior, because there were some reports at the weekend that he'd agreed personal terms with Arsenal. Rock Nation, who represent the Real Madrid star, have released a statement hitting out fake news. They said Rock Nation Sports International and our entire team cannot stand idle when unprofessional and uninformed media publish fake and damaging information for attention-seeking purposes. This is especially unacceptable when it personally targets our clients without any foundation. It's disruptive, harmful and libelous, they say. Media outlets and journalists need to hold themselves more accountable. Now, if Vinicius Junior was that keen on a move to Arsenal, would his agency really have gone so strong in the statement?
No, I think. Look, they've been playing the game, haven't they? Let's be honest. I think Vinicius Junior wants to stay in Real Madrid. I think that's where he sees himself. He's probably using Arsenal to some extent to try and, get probably another 100 grand more on his already probably £1 million a week contract. So for me, Crookie, I think I'm expected that he's going to be staying at Real Madrid. I'll be very surprised if we see him in the Premier League and playing for Arsenal next year.
It's a real tall order, isn't it, for any club in the Premier League to tempt a player from Real Madrid. I was speaking over the weekend. I think it was Darren Goff maybe who made the point, or maybe Tony Cascarino. Dennis Bergkamp in the mid-90s when he left Inter Milan. Serie A was the powerhouse then of European football, to join Arsenal was a real surprise. Would this be comparable?
I think it would be. Yeah, I think it's probably bigger.
What football ground are you thinking of when someone says this?
Really tough place to go. Difficult place to go. Such a tough place to go.
It's a tough place to go at the moment.
It was a really difficult place to go, always.
But what are the toughest places to go, really? We've scoured the planet to find out. Forget a cold, wet Tuesday night in Stoke. Try playing in a blizzard 220 miles inside the Arctic Circle at the world's northernmost professional club. When Chelsea lost at Tromsø in Norway in the 97-98 Cup Winners' Cup, a massive snowstorm hit at half-time. These two boys and their brooms were absolutely no match for it. We're staying in Scandinavia for Scotland's toughest away day on a windswept cliff in the Faroe Islands. In Euro 2000 qualifying, Craig Brown's men were taken to fishing village Toftir. Kevin Gallagher called the pitch a cowfield and the wind like Pitodry on a bad day. The Faroe Islands part-timers equalised in stoppage time, leading to these absolute scenes, and still one of Scotland's most embarrassing results.
Daft little ground, silly game.
But away trips don't come any tougher than a lung-busting schlep up the Andes to face Bolivia in La Paz. But now the Bolivians have taken home advantage to another level. The country's highest city, El Alto, 4,100 metres above sea level. Grass doesn't even grow up here. Bolivia have not lost here yet. The longest unbeaten run in any professional league ever belongs to Red Star Belgrade, or Crvena Zvezda if you must. They've gone 7 years without defeat at the Rajko Mitic in Serbia's Superliga. Their fans are pretty intimidating as well, but they're not as loud as this mob. Galatasaray's Ali Sami Yen Stadium's officially the loudest in world football. In a derby with Fenerbahce, Galatasaray fans set a Guinness World Record of 131 decibels. That's louder than Motorhead, and pretty tough to carry out your manager's instructions when you can't even hear them. However, our most intimidating away day is in Wales, where cameras can't enter and players can't leave. HMP Prescoed. This prison team was briefly kicked out the Gwent League over concerns about young opposition having to go in there. Now that's a tough place to go.
Early June 1939, Germany, always a tough place to go to.
When you walk through a storm,
turn it up, Ed.
Hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of a storm, there's a golden sky.
What a song.
And
Like it, Gabby,
No.
Yeah.
When I went to the Old Firm game at Southie Park a couple of years ago, I think it was the 3-0 maybe. When this come on before the game, I was like, whoa, wow. Everyone's singing it. There's no one silent, everyone.
Gary Marsden, who sang it, went to Parkhead, Celtic played Liverpool, and they reckon it was just unbelievable. We sang it on the pitch.
This is why, though.
Unbelievable.
This is why Celtic need Champions League football.
Oh,
Champions League night out. I can imagine. That's on my bucket list. A Champions League night with this on before.
The problem that Celtic have, support unbelievable. Anywhere in the world you go, people know that. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Rangers are as well. Don't worry about that. But Celtic everywhere, and I just get the feeling that the board expect the fans will turn up anyway,
no matter
spend money or not. You know, it's a religion to them. It's in their blood.
Yep.
They'll come. But I did notice this pre-season, Middlesbrough were going to Parkhead, and there was as many red tops and red shirts and scarves than there was green and white, and a lot of empty spaces. And that's the fans saying enough is enough. I remember as a kid growing up, Gabby, European nights at Parkhead.
Oh,
I'll never forget. Unbelievable. I used to think about it a week before the game, excited. And get there and get a lifty over. People used to lift you over the turnstile and stuff. No money, I had to get there. You know, skip on the bus and stuff like that. You know, ridiculous. Midweek European nights. I'll never forget them as long as I live. Brilliant.
But
and Celtic,
they need it, don't they?
With the crowd they have. But Dermot Desmond, who the owner of the club, has done a remarkable job. And again, last year, how they won it, I'll never know, but they did.
Yeah.
Martin O'Neill, brilliant, absolutely brilliant, Martin. But they just. You know, I think Dermot has said that, I don't know if he's on record saying it, but I believe he has said, look, I'm not here, I'm not the bank. I'm here to look after the club, make sure it's run properly.
Yes.
You've got to use your own money. So he's not one of these chairmen that suddenly say, go on, I'll give you another 50 million or another 100 million.
Yeah, he can't do that.
He's not like that. Maybe, no, I think he can. I think he's a very wealthy man, but it's just a business to him. And it's so frustrating for the fans. They want players. Like even now, Martin must be pulling his hair out, saying, "When am I getting? Get me some quality signings."
Do you think he's the perfect manager because he just loves Celtic and he's not gonna walk out, is he? Because they haven't brought in players or they lost Maeda. Some managers would be like, "Okay, I don't like."
No. You're right. Yeah, but Martin, yes, that was last season was masterful what he done, regardless of decisions and handball.
He'll still be pinching himself though, Al, that he's got the job. You know, because do you think so? Yeah, because so long not managing and like his love for Celtic, and to get that first phone call and you leave and then you come back, he'll still be thinking, wow, I'm Celtic manager, because he loves that football club.
Yeah. But at the moment, you know, there's a couple of players there that I thought were going to leave, you know, and at the moment, I thought McGregor might leave as well.
Is it Engels and Matthew Johnston at right back?
So it's not over yet, but Martin needs to get players in. I think the two boys up front will do well. I think they'll have a good season.
It's just that game out, I think it's the 18th of August, isn't it, the 19th, the first leg. The champions of Austria.
Yeah.
You've seen Hearts already lost to Stoke Graz, who didn't.
But Hearts have lost all their players.
So it's going to be a tough two-legged tie, isn't it?
Of course it is.
The first leg's at home as well.
And if they can get in, but it's great to get into the league knockout.
Amazing.
Of course it is. But you got the players to compete in that league as well.
Of course.
The Celtics still have to go and sign 2 or 3 players.
Yes, I agree. Yep.
Because I think it's a 2-horse race, Premiership. Rangers are strong. They're poor. We talked to Ali about it, first game of the season.
Yes, but they
were poor. And at the back looked really shaky, really dodgy. But he'll get it. He'll get it right, the manager, and they've spent money. So Celtic have got to do it. They have to. You can't rely on that loyalty all the time.
No, totally agree.
Enough's enough.
Yes.
Right, talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Brazil, Gabby Agbonlahor and Arnold Clark's deal drop. Get the new car feeling without the new car price. Discover some of the biggest savings and find your next car today. In just 16 days, Premier League is back. 16 days. It all kicks off Friday, August 21st, with a trip of Championship winners Coventry to the champions of England, Arsenal, live and exclusive here on talkSPORT. As we've been reporting since last Thursday, we understand Newcastle are close to appointing. This is is it Yasela?
You what?
Yaisla. I've heard so many different pronunciations.
Yaisla.
Who's coming from Saudi, but before that, his background is Red Bull. He came through that Red Bull sort of academy of coaching and stuff like that. He's expected. Announcement expected later today as head coach. Okay, Matthias Yaisla. His first game in charge will be at home to, there's a good start, Liverpool, on Sunday the 23rd of August for a trip to Spurs. So there's a tough opening. Home to Liverpool, away to Spurs for Newcastle.
Yeah, but I think people will look out and they'll say, oh, he's managing in Saudi Arabia. But when you look at his background, his
that's what you've got to do.
Yeah, he won the 2 Austrian championships in 2021 and 2022. Austrian Cup with Red Bull Salzburg. Yeah. And then he led them to the Red Bull Salzburg to UEFA Champions League knockout stage for the first time ever in their history in the 2021 to 2022 season. So he's obviously a good manager.
Do you know I thought it would be perfect for there? Kieran McKenna, who left Ipswich. I thought he'd have been absolute perfect for that.
But didn't he, when he left, didn't he say that he needed some time away?
Yeah, but you know what football's like. As soon as the season comes around again, you think, I'm going to miss this. But
what I would say, Aldo, is that if you're some of the top clubs in the Premier League now and you're their managers, you're looking and thinking, look who's waiting. Eddie Howe, October, November, it's not going well. Eddie Howe's available.
Yeah.
Because he won't want to be out of work for too long, Eddie.
That timing was funny for me, to be honest. But it's interesting. Let me hear from German football expert. This is Seb Stafford-Bloor. He says, Newcastle fans, you should be excited about this.
Newcastle fans, this is exciting. Matthias Yassel is his roots are in the Red Bull system, so he plays in the way you'd expect, very direct, very forward-thinking, very aggressive without the ball. He's a very passionate character, very active on the touchline. I mean, he's won back-to-back Asian Champions Leagues, those are the first continental trophies in El Ahly's history in the Saudi Pro League. So he's done a terrific job, and he's still only 38 as well. This is a guy who's still developing, but he's a fascinating character.
Interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Whether it will last or not, I don't know. Newcastle fans, they're scratching their heads now, not knowing what's going to become this season. But I'd have thought Kieran McKenna, when he wants to come back, he'll get a good job. But
yes.
It could be Celtic if Martin has a good run again and decides to call it a day. Then
end of the season,
it'd be perfect for Kieran.
Yeah, because the Celtic, who's going to be next in line for Celtic? Because it was Robbie Keane, wasn't it, or Martin O'Neill, and obviously shows Martin O'Neill. I feel rightly so as well what he done last season, but he can't carry on forever, can he, Martin?
No. Coming up, Gabby has a very exciting surprise for me by all accounts. Stay tuned.
Oh, that cake.
And we'll hear what it is.
Grab the cake.
Having won the league last season, I mean, you mentioned this to me in the break. Do you think it's more emphasis on the Champions League this time?
Possibly, without wanting to obviously downplay anything else around it. Possibly there will, within the camp, that little bit of extra determination to try and get over the line in the Champions League. They'll be right in there again. Champions League is such fine margins, those matches, when you get to the quarters and the semis of those games, you can be in pole position with 10 minutes to go and go out. It's very, very difficult to absolutely guarantee anything at that level and that stage of that competition. They're the team to beat in the Premier League. I think the squad, I just looked at the squad again, Jeff. They've got so many good players. I mentioned to you about William Saliba obviously being out for a bit, not sure, a back injury, and backs can be a bit weird. You can feel like it's all clearing up, then all of a sudden something doesn't feel right again. They can frustrate you. But they've got Nkapie, they've got Calafiori, they've got others that can all play alongside Gabriel and cope admirably in that position. Still got, as far as I'm, unless I've missed something, but they've still got players to cover pretty much every position, every eventuality. So they're in great shape, great health. And if they get another big one through the door, another real top draw player, and I'm not sure who that is and in what position that would necessarily be, but I think if they sent a message in that respect, oh wow, they're going to take some stopping.
Well, obviously it looks like Bruno Guimaraes is going to be through the door.
He's the one. I mean, do you like him?
No, I love him.
Let's get in there. Finally, do you know what I mean? Give Villa some love. Celtic, Ipswich.
talkSPORT breakfast with me, Brazil, and Gabby. Now, what have you got for me? He's got a big smile on his face here. What have you got?
Do you know what, Al? We've had messages in from millions this morning. All so excited to have you back. The talkSPORT goats on breakfast. But here's a message, Al, from a certain Villa legend, big friend of the show, and loves you. He's a Premier League superstar.
Yeah. Hope all is well from sunny Mallorca. Hope you like my t-shirt first of all. I hear you're back on, mate. Looking forward to hearing you and listening to you. Please don't be hammering me, mate, this season. Or some of your colleagues. Yeah, I hear you're doing really well, in better shape than Gabby as well at the moment. So I'm happy to hear that. Although it ain't too hard, is it, at the moment? So no, sending you all my love, mate, and yeah, buzzing to see that you're back on air, and hopefully I'll catch you soon at a Rod Stewart concert. As you do know, me and Rod are best mates now. Went to see him last year, so all the best, pal. Sending you all my love.
Brilliant, Jack Grealish. Brilliant, Jack.
He's a big fan of yours, mate.
Oh, I'm a fan of his.
Big fan of you.
I'm dying for him to get a run again. Hey, by the way, he looks well. He looks thin in the face.
I was just in Mallorca and I seen him over there, and he was he's training hard. He's literally like training.
What, you were pestering him?
Say again?
You were pestering him?
No. You know what? It's funny, Al. You know what? I knew he was going right. I walked into dinner.
Gabby, get off.
You know what? Actually, I walked into a restaurant in Port Towels, and I sat down, and he's come from behind me out of nowhere and grabbed me on the shoulder. I'm like, "Who's this? Oh no, it's over. Who is it? Who have I upset?" But it was him, yeah. He's been training hard, and I think maybe he stays at City, maybe he moves to Everton, I'm not sure. But
I think he's got to have a go at City, isn't he?
Yeah, he's hungry to play football out. He's determined. Some players at 30, he's got all the money in the world. He can retire and live generational money, but he wants to carry on
Gabby,
playing.
I think that, we haven't seen a lot of him last year, haven't we? But I think Jack's a free spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And some people might say, well, there's no place for that in modern day football. You've got to work hard. I think special talent, now and again, you have to make an exception.
Yeah.
I would say get back to your Villa days, Jack. Get the ball to feet and run it, get free kicks, get fouls around the box, but be yourself.
David Moyes loved him.
Yeah,
it would surprise me.
Whereas I think Pep would have said, don't do too much in the ball. You're surrounded by great players.
Yeah.
Give it
De Bruyne. He'll pick it to Mahrez.
I think Jack's got to be left alone.
Exactly.
Have freedom. Get on with it.
Yes.
Play your own game.
Yep. But you're loved by many people, mate.
It's lovely, by the way. It really is lovely, honestly. Right, brilliant. Let's get the latest sporting odds. Here we go. Here comes our old pal Steve-O.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18 plus gambleaware.org.
Nice to have a proper legend, isn't it, from Birmingham? Not this Jude Bellingham, Coral stuff, Birmingham City, you know? Is Steve-O there?
Steve-O is there. Peaches and herbs, Steve-O. Steve-O, morning.
Morning.
Gentlemen, a very, very good morning. Al, looking good, sounding magnificent. Welcome back, pal.
I miss Goodwood. I miss Glorious.
Goodwood miss you. The whole Stevens family sends our love, Al. Mrs. Stevens, Junior and Senior, missed you there. Now, I would say the wine bill in the Coolmore box was a lot cheaper this year, but listen, we missed you, pal, and it is great to see you back, as I say, sounding as great as ever.
No, I'm good. I'm really good.
Morning,
Steve-O.
Gab, as well.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, mate. Morning to you, mate.
Steve-O, just a quickie. I was just saying, I was writing the other day about something, and that battle, Gestad and Bo Echo, it reminded me of Franco and Nathaniel. The battles they used to have. Nathaniel just couldn't get his head in front over Franco. And I just feel that maybe that's going to be the same with Gestad. I know Aidan thinks that Gestad's improving all the time. We'll take him on again. But I just feel Bo Echo's got that, he's just got the advantage, that edge on him every time.
He just finds a way to win Bo Echo out. And I've not been a believer in... I took him on in the Guineas. I took him on at Ascot. At Goodwood last week, I didn't know which way to go. They've tried everything. They're 3-0 down, Gestad, against Bo Echo.
Yeah, amazing.
Hopefully they'll come again. Talking of, Bo Echo could run it in Deauville in a couple of weeks in the Jacques Le Marois.
Hey, by the way, I've been invited not to see Bo Echo. No, a friend of mine's got a real nice 2-year-old. They'll say no more.
Southend Airport is not difficult for me to get to, Al. If there is a spot on the plane.
It's the first game of the season, Portman Road. I might be there, but I'm thinking of Deauville. The last time I was there, it is magnificent. It's a beautiful. How nice is the actual the little town of Deauville? The beaches are like Hawaii, aren't they? Beautiful sandy beaches, white sand.
Endless beaches. You've got Trouville over the road as well. You've got 2 race courses. it's a stunning part of the world.
Honfleur's not far away. Honfleur, that's a lovely little harbour there with little bars and restaurants. Beautiful.
Yeah, genuinely, anyone that loves France and loves our racing, get over to Deauville in August and you will not be disappointed. But yeah, look, Bo Echo versus Gestad's a great rivalry. Scandinavia versus Trawlerman we saw in the Goodwood Cup.
By the way, he got the hump with me, Rupert, today when I said, did Ryan just outride William? Oh, Rupert weren't happy.
No, I think in fairness, I don't think Ryan did out. I just think Scandinavia is a better stayer. I think he is the absolute staying king at the moment. And then talking of great rivalries, Al, between Godolphin and Ballydoyle, coming up at York in 2 weeks today, the Juddmonte International, Ombudsman versus Constitution River. Ooh. Ombudsman won the race last year. Constitution River, of course, won the Coral Eclipse. And now that'll be another Will Buick versus Ryan Moore battle. So that's one not to miss in 2 weeks. But it has, Rupert, I did agree with Rupert. It has been a brilliant flat season so far. And never mind your comeback, Al. We were very worried we'd lost Rupert last year because he was all over the place. He was smashing glasses everywhere he went.
Well, he looked this morning when I looked at him, I thought he didn't look great, did he? He spent a night in a hedge last night.
The Duke had to say to him, sorry, Rupert, you can't come to the ball this year because Goodwood House is full of priceless antiques and the form you're... Then he went off to A&E. Crookie and Lizzie Kelly stood in on the commentary. And quite frankly, I'm not sure he was missed.
Oh, that's harsh. What about Premier League then, outright?
Yeah.
This is interesting. Gabby thinks Arsenal will win it in a canter.
Well, I agree, Gab, but they were 6-4. at the end of last season to win it again. They're out to 7-4. The feeling is, have these other teams done really good business? I'm thinking of Chelsea and Tottenham in particular, but also how hard a World Cup did some of those Arsenal players have? But I'm with you. I think they set a clear standard. They're settled. They don't have a new manager like all the other teams. But I mean, what's your view, Al? Where do you sit on this type?
I think Arsenal are the team to beat, but you can't. City, Liverpool, United, I expect to be a lot better. Tottenham are bound to be better. But City, we shouldn't forget City. I think it's wide open again. I do. Arsenal are the team to beat, no doubt about it. But I think there's going to be a lot of improvement for some of the other top clubs. I do.
It bodes well, actually, for an exciting season. But it's 7-4 Arsenal, 11-4 City, 11-2 Liverpool, Man United 7, 8 Chelsea. They're a big mover. 25 Tottenham and 40 Aston Villa. Gab.
Yeah.
But we've got to go down to the other end of the table.
Ipswich.
I mean, look, we're really writing Hull off 6-1 on to be relegated. That seems harsh.
Really.
Then it's Coventry and Ipswich 5-6. So we're putting Coventry and Ipswich right in the mix, actually, Al. 11-10 to stay up Ipswich. Again, presumably, Al, you would take, what would it be, 17th place? You'd take that
Absolutely.
now for Ipswich?
Yeah, it's difficult coming up. And we've got a real tough start as well. I think it's Sunderland at home, Man U away, Liverpool home. That's not easy. So it's going to be tough. But they are spending money. They're not spending big money, but Maida's a good buy. We can get the ball to him with his pace.
Diop's a good defender.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're spending the money in the right place. I do. But I'm just hoping we can get a decent start. You don't want to be up against it after 6 games.
Yeah, and you look at the promoted teams that came out last year, look how well they did. So we know it can be done. I just want to touch on, actually, Al, a couple of things that we've sort of missed over the summer with you. Next Scotland manager, Stephen Naismith, the current favourite, 5-2, Martinez 3-1, Davy Moyes in there at 7-1. Again, any views who you'd love to see in that seat?
I think Moyes would be brilliant, but would he leave Everton? My problem with Scotland is, again... It was an okay World Cup. The fans, as we know, are brilliant. They deserve something better. They do. And we just don't have the kids coming through. I think they've really, really, really got to have a look at where our kids are going. Once upon a time, we had a brilliant kids coming through. Not so much a great academy up there, but, there's so many young kids would go down to England. Each English club in the old Division 1 had 1 or 2 Scots in there. It doesn't happen anymore. And we've got to look into it because other small nations are doing much, much better than Scotland are. Norway, Switzerland, etc. They're all doing, they're tough to beat now. I'm not sure we're tough to beat. And
we saw that at the World Cup, Al, didn't we?
That's what I mean. I get so disappointing. Don't get me wrong, I didn't have great success when I was playing there, and I had people like Soon as Strachan, Hansen, Dalglish, Kenny, John Robertson, Johnny Watt. We had some great players, Danny McGrain, great players, and we couldn't do it, but at least we had kids coming through. Now, at the moment, I'm not sure we have, so they've really got to look at it. Right from the bottom level, like St George's Park, we've got to do something like that in Scotland and give these great fans, something to shout about, because at the moment, I'm disappointed, I really am. But just quickly, Steve, before a break, Celtic Rangers, are Celtic still favourites?
They've shortened, actually, after the first weekend. Rangers obviously dropped points. Celtic 4-7, 15-8 Rangers, 12-1 Hearts. Seems a big ask for Hearts to repeat what they did last year. So, yeah, looking good. We haven't heard Ali's view on that
no,
yet.
After the first game, Steve, my pal Neil up in Glasgow phoned me and said, well, that's it then. It's over. The league's over. Rangers drawn. Dundee United, who played really well, Dundee United. Rangers looked dodgy at the back, but Celtic weren't exactly fantastic, but got the win. We'll hear what Mr McCoy said. Did you see the video earlier, Stevie? You probably didn't. They're all they're going fishing to Iceland.
Yeah.
Have a laugh.
Didn't look like a fishing trip to me.
It looked like Marbella, here we come, or Ibiza. Easy fishing my backside. Steve, we'll talk tomorrow. Thanks, pal. Brilliant.
Yes, fellas.
That was a look at the latest sporting odds with Coro, 18plusgambleaware.org. Coming up, how much can we read into pre-season? Bournemouth, what did they beat? 10? They won 10-1 against Genoa yesterday. But does it mean anything? Bournemouth, great season last year.
Yes.
We speak to man Nix, who has coached 321 pre-seasons. 321 pre-seasons. Neil Warnock, of course, coming next.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18plusgambleaware.org.
Let's talk about Jack Grealish. Obviously, you bumped into him on holiday. Everton opted against the 50 million buyout option, but I saw in the Liverpool Echo, 83% of Everton fans want the club to sign Jack Grealish. Do you think he'll end up there?
I think there's a good chance he will, but I didn't understand the £50 million that Man City thought they were going to get. A year left on his contract. Like, you're never going to get that sort of money for Manchester City if they can get a fee at all. Because it's a club like Everton or wherever Jack signs for might be like the wages. Maybe we'll cover the wages for a year and then that's it. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. But seeing him over in Mallorca, he was fit. He was training at Real Mallorca's training ground because they were away in Marbella pre-season. He's hungry. He's looking after himself. He's doing all the right things. And, you know, some players at 30, Jeff, he's won it all.
Yeah.
Doesn't need any more money. But he wants to play. He's addicted to football. He loves football. He would have been so jealous watching the players at the World Cup. He still wants to play at the highest level. And he showed that by the pre-season that he's had. So any reports as well that were fake reports you were hearing about being left out of Manchester City squad, no, I don't think he's clear to train for another 10 days.
Over the last few years, Formula One has gone from elitist and insular to a global entertainment brand. The transformation's down to American investment group Liberty Media, who cultivated a new image for the sport since buying it in 2016. Better access to drivers, improved content on social media, and tapping into the US market have given F1 a massive boost in both attention and revenues. But is everyone happy? The fans certainly are, as evidenced by Drive to Survive. Almost 7 million people per season have tuned in to get all the gossip and all the drama from the paddock. The extra exposure means the drivers can demand a higher salary too. In 2010, the top drivers were earning $20 million a year, which isn't bad. But now, the very best earned 3 times that, with Max Verstappen getting a whopping $65 million in 2025. But money doesn't always buy happiness. Some drivers, including Verstappen, don't like the pageantry the changes have brought about. In Las Vegas in 2023, Verstappen said the drivers were made to look like clowns, and the event was 99% performance and 1% race. Some purists who still watch the sport feel the same, and that the spirit of competition has suffered. But Formula One and Liberty Media don't look like slowing down anytime soon. So expect more races, major events and exclusive access in future.
Minutes to 9 o'clock, talkSPORT breakfast with me, Brazil Gabby Agbonlahor and Arnold Clark. Now it's the perfect time to upgrade your car. Get 2 years free servicing when you buy a used car in the upgrade event. Check it out online. Delighted to say we can welcome in this legendary gaffer. Here we go.
You've got to die to get 3 points. For only the second time in 56 years, Harden are back in the top flight. them up. He's dragged them up by their bootstraps.
They look miles apart at the moment. There doesn't look a lot of camaraderie.
You know, say Jamie was playing now. What would I do if he was playing for me? Yeah, I'd sell him.
I've just been feeding ducks and birds, and that's what it's come to. You know, I enjoy it, you know.
I think I've done my time. 44 years I've been a manager.
We're in London, hey? We're in London, aren't we?
So without further ado, on
Neil.
your marks,
Get set.
Yeah, that's right. Delighted to say John is now a man who's the record holder for most number of English games managed. Has he been out on the golf course with Pep lately? The legend that is Neil Warnock joins us now. Morning, Neil.
Morning, Neil.
Morning, lads. Yeah, lovely to speak to you again, Alan. I'm really pleased for you. So,
thank you.
That it's never quite the same.
No, I'm good, Neil. I'm good,
Yeah, good
really
lad.
good. Yeah,
Good
I'm
lad.
enjoying it. It's great to be back. I was getting a bit bored, to be honest. So it's
Well,
great
I've had a new hip as well.
Have you really?
Alan, yeah. And do you know, believe it or not, Alan, who'd have thought this? A robot did it.
No.
Yeah. I mean, that's how far we've come in my lifetime. A robot did the operation
It's
in
incredible,
Manchester.
isn't it?
It's unbelievable.
How do you
yeah,
feel
so-
now? Good?
Yeah, not bad at all. I'm off crutches and everything. I'm doing, into full exercise and all that now, so it's good.
Lovely.
Yeah, it just shows you, though, doesn't it, how we've moved on.
Incredible, isn't it? Yeah. So you're not golfing yet, then?
I don't need a full swing when I golf, Alan. Have you seen me golf?
No,
I just
no.
hack it on a par 3, me, and it gets William a bit annoyed because he's so good, and it gives me a shot on the par 3s, and I can get it straight about 100 yards, and then I'm ever so good off the green, onto the green.
Yeah.
And then I sometimes make great putts, so he has to do it too, and he just can't do it. He can't do it.
So, Neil, just a couple of weeks away from the start of the Premier, no Pep. Have you spoken to Pep lately? Because I don't like Pep not being in football. I thought he was going to take the Italy job, but then I thought,
no,
I'd love to see him in the England job with the greatest respect in the manager at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. I thought he'd leave when I went up there at the end of last season, and he's not been in a great place. Obviously he split up from his missus and everything as well.
Yeah,
and we had a couple of really good chats. I mean, the only thing is, if he'd have stayed, Alan, I think they would have been odds on me. I know you talk about Arsenal. But, if one or two of them players break their arm and they can't take long throws, they'll not be in the same position, will they? So he completely, when you look at the squad, he changed it completely, and he brought some great players in. And I thought he might just hang on because he can see how good it is. And I bet Maresca can't believe his luck. I know he's saying... I bet he's saying he needs some experience, but Matt, if he can't do well with that squad, there's something wrong.
Yeah, just a quickie. We spoke a lovely piece Jack Grealish done for us early in the programme.
Yeah.
And Jack looks very, very fit in the face, and I don't know how much pre-season been doing on his own, but I'd love to see Jack back playing at his best. I think Davy Moyes was very happy with him. I said earlier, maybe the game has changed now. Maybe I'm too old-fashioned. But I think Jack's the type, you just got to let him play his game.
Well, Alan, like that. I changed my philosophy in football once at QPR. I had a lad called Tarab.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that, yeah.
And it just got something that I'd never seen before. And I went with him for a year, and I said to all the lads, just please trust me. Just go with me for a year, and he'll get us up. And he did. It was hard work for me, but he was I've never seen anything like the skill that he had.
Yeah.
And Jack's the same. I'm not sure that Maresca will be the type of manager to bring the best out of him.
Right.
I think he needs a David Moyes. Somebody who arm round his shoulder, go and do what you want, Jack. Take him on, Jack. Don't worry about, having to track back when you're attacking. That type of thing. And so it'll be interesting. I'd be very surprised if it does, stay and play at Man City.
Neil, what's your thought as well on the Eddie Howe situation and where Newcastle are losing to Tonali, Gordon, and now Ramirez is going?
Yeah. Well, before that Bristol City debacle, where they lost 4 in pre-season, I was hoping that Ed would leave at the start of the pre-season, mate, before they did any games. I thought, please leave now, Ed, because you can't do any more when they're talking about all these players going and what we're going to do, and everything's bloody data now, innit? They sign players on data, and so I thought, what a good decision. Same with your lad, Alan. I thought Kieran was right to leave, because when you come up with Ipswich and to to the top flight, it's so hard mentally to compete. You don't want to lose 3 on the trot, and they're so superior, these teams, and you have to do so much. And it goes back to the manager. So I were quite pleased because, like you say now, he'll have a breather, and then he'll get a good job and go again, Kieran. So, but that's a tough job.
I spoke to Johnny Work last week. Work is getting a new book out, and I was chatting away to him. And Worky was saying, I'll take 4th from bottom now, and I'm the same. I'd take it now.
You've got to do it, aren't you? In that situation, when you look at the teams, the teams that did struggle. Your West Ham's not there now, are they, mate? I heard you earlier, Alan, saying about you've got a soft spot for them. I've got a soft spot for them. I sit on it a lot.
Yeah, oh dear. And I've always liked West Ham because it's just up the road from Ipswich, and when you're a kid playing the youth team, South East Counties. Those were great battles, So
good atmosphere, though, wasn't it? And that was one of my favourite grounds, the old ground.
Oh well, that's part of the problem now. It'll be interesting if there is a new consortium come in and take a big share. What will they do with that ground? Will they knock it down? Will they start again? It'd be very interesting. The fans would love to get out of there, wouldn't they?
They would.
They really would. But
you just can't generate that atmosphere, can you?
No, whenever you have a running track or a bit of space between the stands and the pitch, it's never the same. When we get drawn away in Europe, we'd always look at the ground and say, oh, lovely, look. Like Cologne, we went there, semi-final UEFA Cup, 1981-83, excuse me. And we looked at it and we thought, great, 60,000, not a problem. There's a big running track round it.
Yeah.
They're not on top of you. We went to Bohemians of Prague and they were right on top of you. They're only 40,000, but what a noise they made. You could feel them breathe.
I used to think that, when I look at the enjoyable clubs I've been at, your Palace, where they're right on top. Horrible. QPR, when you're on the dugout, they're breathing on your neck. I love those type of clubs, where they're so on top of you. And it gives you such a lift. And it is quite intimidating, them grounds, Alan, aren't they, to the visiting
But that's
manager.
What all about growing up, isn't it, Neil? You roll your sleeves up, say, right, this is going to be tough. Come on, let's have it.
Yeah, I know.
What's your thoughts on pre-season, Neil? Bournemouth played a 120-minute game. Yesterday they won 10-1. Do you look at results in pre-season, or is it just more performances from players?
I just hated pre-season, if I'm honest. I used to say to Kevin Blackwood and Ronnie Jepson, I used to say to them, can I go and look at a player? Because I just can't stand when there's nothing at stake. All you want to do is get through the game without injuries, because you can't legislate. You can't say, oh, that's great performance, they're going to have a good season, because it's entirely different. When you're playing friendly games and when you get into that real thing. So listen, they're all difficult. I used to take them away for a week and down into Cornwall and have a couple of games against non-leaguers to bring them down to earth, but also to have that camaraderie. Barbecues and a couple of drinks and things like that.
Bit of golf, maybe.
Yeah, get some golf in and just enjoy themselves, because it's a 10-month slog. And it is hard for managers to keep them on top of the game. So I think sometimes they've got to switch off. I know the drinking culture's gone now and everybody's a bit, I remember Jack Ridona. He's done ever so well to get with Coventry up to the top. And we were down here, and I said to him, "What you want to drink?" And I can't remember what he had now. He had something like a bubbly champagne thing, and I've never heard of it before, me. And so I went and got him a bottle, and he was happy. But it'll be interesting to see how he is, because I think Coventry. Frank's done brilliant as well, hasn't he?
Oh,
and they'll be the same as you, Alan. They'll be happy 4th from bottom, won't they?
I think they go to Arsenal first game as well, don't they? So and Ipswich have got a terrible start. Neil, are you still doing a bit of coaching? Are you still there?
No. Well, listen. I still go over to Torquay now and then. I haven't been lately. The lad who brought in, Paul Watton, he's gone to Kidderminster, so I'm looking at their results as well as Torquay's now. But Torquay, they've done well this year. Jimmy Ball, Alan's son, taken over, and he's brought some good signings in as well. So they should, and they get 3,500-4,000 at home games, Alan, at that level.
Nice part of the world.
And it is. That is where we belong, not where we come from, innit? That type of football, Al.
Yeah.
Where everybody's a Torquay fan in Torquay. There's no Man United shirts or Liverpool shirts and that. So it is going back, but it's great atmosphere. So I'm looking forward to the season now. It's been a bit. What with Alan, the World Cup.
Oh.
I know. Listen, I know you. I just couldn't believe how how you left Ben Doherty at me the second game when he was best player on the pitch, first game, mate. But anyhow, in England, why I just said when I was on last time, why didn't he just come out and say, listen, I'll hold my hand up, I made a mistake. Yeah. And we'd have all accepted that instead of saying it's our DNA.
I know.
What a load of
nonsense.
Rubbish.
I'm not a fan.
Eddie Howe's available now, though.
Yeah.
So.
Neil, I've got to break Neil. Neil,
no problem.
Keep the recovery going and get back in that golf course.
And you, son. Lovely to speak.
Thank you, Neil. Thank you. And Neil Warnock there, brilliant, absolutely. New hip, hey Gab, you'll need one, won't you, soon?
Yeah, but I like the way that he's recovering from his, he's doing his exercises. My dad, a nightmare. Honestly, mate. Don't get me started.
Right, still to come on breakfast, boys.
Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Spend £100 or more with a Travis Perkins trade account and you could win a brand new Ford Ranger. T's and C's apply.
Unsuspicious minds.
Who's that, friend?
An old friend I know.
Did he say?
Stop by and say hello. Would I still see suspicion in your eyes?
Here we go. Come on.
Here we go now. There you go again. Asking where I've been.
Fishing my arse, McCoy. he's meant to be going fishing to Iceland. Yeah, all right. Magaluf, here they come. 9 a.m. we're united with certain Alistair McCoys. Old Murdoch himself, Alistair Murdoch McCoys. From the airport last night. They were right on it, weren't they? But him and his mates. We'll also catch up with some of the best technicians English football has ever seen. Former Spurs, Chelsea, Monaco, different class. Glenn Hoddle will be with us. And acting legend Ray Winston. I wonder what Ray thinks about West Ham's forthcoming season. That was our breakfast preview. Our good friends at Travis Perkins. Last hour coming in a bit.
Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Spend £100 or more at any Travis Perkins Hire or Benchmarks branch as a trade account holder and you could win a brand new Ford Ranger. T's and C's apply.
My issue is, and you say he's in a minority of one at the moment, I'm not sure he is because, we haven't seen the African Federation, for example, come out against him as yet. And you know what? I've got this feeling he won't be forced to resign because he's shown his vanity. He's shown this astonishing lack of self-awareness. It's absolutely beyond belief that I think he will be so difficult to prize out of his position. David Bernstein's going to be on later on, and he will tell us how difficult it was to get rid of Sepp Blatter. And I think we're in a similar situation.
That's a good point. Yeah, look, I totally understand that. But I know that he lost a couple of seniors, people in senior positions. I think over the last few days at FIFA, people have resigned. And I just always feel when that sort of stuff starts happening, when others that a few weeks ago were reasonably close to him, all of a sudden have now just gone in the middle of the night in a puff of smoke, they're out the door. And I'm sure others would be tempted to follow. I just feel that I don't think it's going to happen quickly, Jeff, whatever's going to happen. I'm sure it's going to be pretty protracted and drag out over the months ahead. But I do think eventually this will end with someone stepping forward, a credible contender that they feel could take FIFA forward in a different direction. And I'm pretty sure eventually something will happen and he'll probably stand down.
I got a nice message from the Moose yesterday.
Oh, lovely.
Saying good luck tomorrow. Yeah, it was nice, right out of the blue. The Moose.
Was he eating his tuna sandwich?
Oh God. Yeah, I could write a book on the Moose, I tell you. That music means only one thing. We're absolutely delighted to welcome absolute Hollywood icon, huge West Ham fan, and the governor himself, Ray Winston, joins us. Ray, a very good morning.
Morning, Ray.
Good morning, Al. Good morning, Gabby.
How are you, Ray? Where are you? You home or are you in Sardinia?
No, I'm in Sicily.
Sicily, Sardinia.
I'm getting ready to go to Malta to work. I'm in Malta till December. So anyway, welcome home, Al. You're looking great.
I'm good, mate. I'm great. I'm good. I'm feeling very, very well. It was a bit of a struggle for a few weeks, but now I'm fine now. And it's great. It's great to be back.
Yeah, I bet you look mint.
Oh, no, I'm good. Talking about mint, West Ham. I was talking earlier and looking at the fixtures, and of course that Millwall game coming up and stuff like that. Millwall are a good side at the moment, but West Ham at the moment, Ray, what do you think is going to happen? Because again, it's uncertainty, isn't it, about what's going to happen with the shares, who's going to take over, have they got big money to spend? Because at the moment, West Ham, you know, this is going to be a tough season, even though they've come down from the Premier. They haven't spent a lot of money, have they? They've lost players, so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, to me, I don't take a lot of notice of what's going on in the hierarchy of West Ham at the moment. I mean, or any club really. They're business people that come to these places, and whether they're really intent on playing good football and bringing the kids through. I was very happy, but I watched a lot of the pre-season games, you know, and we look good when we bring the kids on. You know, there's a bit of urgency, a bit of pace about it, and I was shocked when they've sold Freddie Potts.
Yeah.
You know, they're bringing this kid through. He's come through from the age of 8, I think. You know, and they played him last season in the Premiership, and I thought, oh, this kid's going to go on and be an icon at West Ham, you know. And I think what we need at a club like that is a spine of the club. It was always great when they had kids from the area playing in those positions, you know, especially in the Championship, you know, which is the toughest league of all, I think. You know?
Well, the games are thick and fast. There's 3 games a week. It's really tough. You need a squad. You need a good squad, and at the moment, West Ham haven't.
I think they need some young legs there to come on. Right. You know, I mean, obviously they need to develop and become stronger as kids, but at the same time, this is doing the world a good playing in the Championship, I think, you know.
Ray, how important is it as well? You know, fantastic for Bowen to stay on, but there's so many other players that have stayed on, that played in the Premier League last season. You need players that want to play for the football club in the Championship, because you can get players that drop down from the Premier League that they're trying to get moves and they don't want to play in the Championship. They can't be playing next season, can they?
No, but to keep Mavropanos was a big thing, I think, and also bring the kid back from Chelsea, who looks like he's going to stay. Hopefully, he's going to stay at West Ham. I think that's a big plus in the defence because we'll be much better with those two boys playing last year. And their knowledge at the back will help us a lot. I just like to see a little bit more pace in the side in midfield and probably down the left wing, you know?
Yeah. Ray, what about looking ahead now? I can't wait for I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait for
the gentleman.
Gentleman. I was going to talk about going under first, but the gentleman. I can't wait for that. And going under. Tell us about this. This is Danny Dyer. You're working with a couple of gangsters, or tell us a little bit about it. I know you can't give too much away.
No, I can give a bit away. Yeah, it's based really. It was the writings of the director David and. About his loss, really, of his wife, through cancer.
Yeah.
But he wanted to bring that story, you put that story on screen, it becomes something else. So he's kind of mixed it in with this kind of gangster thriller, Yeah. And at the end of the day, I suppose you have to look at it and say, well, do I really feel sorry for these people? Because on one hand, they're bad men, but bad men can love too, It was kind of that kind of story. I got to tell you, we made this film in 4.5 weeks with young Danny and a great cast, Leslie Sharp, and I enjoyed every moment of it. It's a great story.
Yeah,
it's really well done.
Where's it set in London?
Yeah, well, kind of. Originally, it was written to be set in Tenerife. And we couldn't get the budget for it to make the film. It's a low budget British movie.
Yeah.
And so we ended up lucky enough shooting it 20 minutes down the road from where I live in Essex. So
amazing.
It was absolutely perfect for me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Danny was only down the road as well. So I'm working with Dan for the first time I think last time we worked together was about 15, 20 years ago. Where he played my son. So. It was an absolute joy, and he's bang on the money, and he brings such energy to it. The kind of energy we need in the West End.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about the gentleman?
Yeah, the gentleman.
Can't wait for that, mate.
Can we get excited about it, Ray? Because I love it. Absolutely unbelievable.
I think so. I think it's gone up a notch. So I'm told anyway. I haven't seen it yet. But I've been told that I love the first series. My favourite scene on TV was the chicken scene. The guy done up in the chicken suit, and and all
that was magnificent, unreal.
Yeah, well, I think they tell me that the second series is gone up. It's gone up a notch. So hopefully we'll be doing a 3.
Brilliant,
amazing, mate.
Ray, listen, brilliant. Thank you very much for joining us. Good luck at the start of the season. We'll speak again, and good luck with Down Under. I look forward to that. I really do. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, guys, and you take care.
I will do, mate. Thank you. I always get Ray's place wrong now. I always say
Sardinia.
Sardinia.
Sicily.
Been to
Sardinia.
Sicily. Jim Kerr's out there with Simple Minds. He lives in Sicily as well. Says it's fantastic.
Isn't
it was a great. Ray sent me a great video in his garden. And it was out there, and it was magic, honestly.
You know what?
Out in the hills, and beautiful.
See, the gentleman as well, Al. It's one of those when you're watching, you're like, oh, it's only one episode left. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
To say that it's going to be better the second one and the third one.
The chicken scene is
brilliant. Oh, incredible.
With the shotgun. Absolutely
incredible, yes. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, get on your knees, peck, jump. You're not moving like chicken. Oh, magic. If you've not seen The Gentleman, you've got to watch it. I know, it's 9 o'clock.
You're late.
Good news about Areola is he went through this with Bournemouth. He lost the whole back four.
Yeah.
And he had some late signings at Bournemouth. And look how they turned out. And look what he did. And I'm pretty sure with the Liverpool ownership, I can be critical of any ownership, including my own, that over the years, they've spent money and they've won a couple of league titles. Last year, they spent nearly £500 million. You could argue that maybe they overspent in some areas and should have spent in others.
But that's hindsight. Nobody was criticising the window at the
100% everyone thought we'd walk the league.
Yeah.
And this is football 12 months later where everyone thinks now we're the worst top 6 team in the Premier League. So I dare say Liverpool will look very different by the time the window closes.
Let's hear from Dominic Szoboszlai, shall we? He was speaking ahead of that recent friendly against Leeds, and he discussed the Liverpool squad depth?
I think I can talk from everybody's side that we want to be successful this season, and it's a long term because obviously we have a new manager. The team has been changed, and it's maybe not in a couple of months, but in the long term, I think it will work out.
In the long term, it will work, says Dominic.
Yeah, absolutely. He's not a mug. He's just signed a new long-term deal. He sees what's going on. And by the way, they've got a lot of young talent in that squad. I know everyone's trying to say they need 10 new pieces or whatever else, but they still have a lot of good young players.
Feels like it could be a big year for Nguema, bearing in mind they're trying to sign wide players, but they haven't yet managed to get anyone.
He will be a sensation this year. I'll make a prediction that he'll win Young Player of the Year in the Premier League, without a doubt. And they're probably more confident because of him and because he can play left and right side.
Aguero, Solskjaer, Deeney, Watkins. Sure, you know all about those last-minute goals, but have you heard the one about the on-loan goalkeeper who saved his temporary employers from disappearing out the Football League and into almost certain financial oblivion? Back in 1999, Carlisle United, managed by Nigel Pearson, were fighting to stay in the Football League. Carlisle's finances were precarious with a capital P that season, leading to a scenario where, with 3 games to go, they had to ask the FA to sanction an emergency loan deal to bring in a goalkeeper. Swindon Town's Jimmy Glass arrived at the club. His efforts in his first 2 games earned the Cumbrians 2 draws. Those vital points meant that Carlisle went into their final game of the Division 3 season, now League 2, needing to beat mid-table Plymouth Argyle in front of their own fans and hope their relegation rival Scarborough didn't win against Peterborough at home. The game at the McCain Stadium finished 1-1, and with the same scoreline at Brunton Park deep into injury time, Scarborough's fans invaded the pitch en masse, believing their Football League status was secure, convinced they'd done enough to stay up. However, there'd be one more plot twist. Carlisle won a corner in the dying seconds, and up came Jimmy Glass. In one of those you couldn't make it up moments, Glass scored from a rebounded header and was promptly swamped by teammates and thousands of fans who quite simply couldn't believe what they'd just witnessed. As for Jimmy Glass, he became an overnight celebrity, but he never played for Carlisle again, and his playing career never really kicked on after that defining moment. He took on various jobs outside of football before finding his way back into the sport as player liaison officer at Eddie Howe's Bournemouth, and most recently the general manager at non-league Wimborne. Not the fairy tale ending to one of the most Hollywood moments in football, but the name Jimmy Glass will live on forever as the scorer of that goal, arguably the most important in any club's history.
Six minutes after 9 o'clock, talkSPORT breakfast. I enjoyed that there, talking to Ray Winston.
Yes.
And before that, Neil Warnock. Neil's very...
Great guest.
Love talking to Neil as well.
Yes.
And we heard from Jack Grealish as well, which is great.
Yep.
talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Brazil, Gabby Agbonlahor and Arnold Clark's deal drop. Get the new car feeling without the new car price. Discover some of the biggest savings and find your next car today. Right. Enjoyed this morning, Gab.
Yes, I have, but we have to go back to what we spoke about at 6 o'clock, because there's a lot of lazy people that get up at 9 o'clock that'll be listening now, like Mr. McCoy, that'll be on in a bit. Talk to us then now, how it all come across, when you first found out about the operation and how your recovery's been.
Well, I knew that for many months that I had a problem, liver problem. And there was a couple of marks on it, basically, which we suspected were cancerous.
Okay.
And it turns out they were eventually. But cut a long story short, I had all these sort of counselling. When it looks as if you're going to have a transplant, right? You have to. It's amazing who you have to speak to different people about booze for a start, about food, what you're eating, also psychiatrists. You got to talk to a psychiatrist, about how do you feel, and they go through your history, your family history, and stuff like that. Well, it was pretty horrible.
Yeah,
but you have to do it anyway. Cut a long story short, for a few months, and I was getting bigger and bigger with fluid.
Yeah.
So I knew there was a problem, but I'm not saying you get used to it, but you just get on with it, don't you?
Yeah.
You come in, a couple of times I was in here and didn't feel bad. One particular, I thought I've got to do something here. And they kept pushing me to go on the transplant, the list, transplant list. And I didn't want to do it, but my family, the kids, the wife, and eventually I had to. And amazing what happened, how life changes. And I was working with Ali, I think, on a Wednesday morning, and I got a message from the producer saying, you got to phone home quickly, it's urgent. And you've got to be at Addenbrooke's Hospital in Cambridge for 12 o'clock, 12:15. I went, no, I'm going there next week. No, you have to. So anyway, I left at 10:15. There was a cab outside, a driver, to take me down to Addenbrooke's. And before I knew it, I went down there. And the day before, I'd actually officially gone on the list, the transplant list. Now, you can be on there for a couple of years and still not get a sniff of what is good for you, because it's not everyone can have it's not just like having any liver. It's got to be perfect for your body.
Yep.
And it can take forever. And unbelievable. I'm in a cab, boom, straight down there. And the guy said, we've got something for you, Mr. Brazil. Good news. I went, what? He says, we've got a liver, perfect for your body. I went, you're joking. I had no idea, right? Went down there, and I'd been on the list one day, which is remarkable. And before anyone says, it's because who you know, it's nothing to do with that, trust me.
No.
My youngest daughter might be a doctor. Someone said, because you... She said there was no strokes pulled. This was just so fortunate. It's incredible. Before I knew it, says, right, get yourself ready. I said, what do you mean? We're going to do it today. We're going to transplant right now in an hour's time. I went, you're joking. The wife
was you scared though yourself? Like, I'd be frightened in the sense of like massive operation.
No, I thought my time was up. When they wheeled me in, I was trying to be a bit funny and have a few jokes, but deep down I'm looking and thinking, this is it. I've had a great life.
Yeah,
it could be see you later. To think you're never going to see your friends, your family, your kids,
yes,
grandkids, and I just suddenly thought, wow, I never thought it'd come to this. And lo and behold, 7-8 hours later, I wake up and said, we're really happy. Well, not right away. It took me a couple of days. And eventually they come around and said, look, we're really happy. We got what we want. It was cancerous. I had cancer in the liver. 2 little dots that were just slightly getting bigger, and that's why they had to do it there and then. Or else I was a goner. And during the operation, they told me my heart stopped for 40 seconds, but came back on its own.
Good, that's good.
I just made a remarkable recovery. I'm not out of the woods yet, but I have to take pills every day. I've got bloods. I see different specialists all the time about heart, about kidneys, liver. But
you never know, though.
The latest is bingo. You
might be
really
back
working.
Playing five-a-side. You've had a bit of voice in Glasgow.
I think I can get a bit of golf in soon.
Lovely. Yes.
Yeah, I've still got a bit of fluid.
Positive news, mate.
Well, we're trying to get... I'm not out of the woods yet. I'm trying to get rid of the fluid. And talking about fluid, there was a bit of fluid being drunk last night in a video I was sent from a packed bar in Iceland or at the airport. And he reckons he's going fishing. My arse, he's off to Magaluf, I think. Hey, Viv, never mind the fishing rod, the tackle and all that. He's gone to the sun. Don't worry about that. McCoy, good morning.
Morning, Coisty.
Ah, boys, great to listen to the pair of you. How are you this morning?
Good. Where are you? Where are you now?
I'll tell you, I'm outside the hotel in Reykjavik, Alan, and you're right, there was a bit of action last night, but the boys wanted to send you a message. We had a lovely dinner, Gabby, we had a wonderful dinner.
Lovely, mate.
And a wee glass of red, and then we toasted Big Al being back tomorrow morning, as it was then. And it's great to have you back, big man. I've been listening to you and Gabby
Ali,
this morning.
I might be struggling a wee bit now, just after 9 o'clock, 8:30. I thought I might be toiling a bit. Absolutely not.
You going to carry on?
I could do it. I feel brand new, honestly.
That is fantastic. That's brilliant news. Well, I'm sure the boys have told you, Al. It's just fantastic to have you back, pal. You're looking great. And I know I've been speaking to you, and you know, I heard you saying you're not 100% yet. No. But that'll come. You just take your time, keep on the road you're going. But the main thing is, you're on the road to recovery, and the boys and the girls, and everybody's delighted to see you back, pal.
I must say, Ali, I was saying to Gabby, you come down to see me, Ali, which was great in Cambridge, whereas Gabby didn't. But what
train got cancelled.
Ali got the shock of his life. He said, "God, what's happened to you? Look at how much weight you lost." And I told him, he said, "What do you weigh?" And I told him, he went, "That's only £7 more than I am." So he was having a panic. No, I lost loads.
Al, I've got to say, mate, I'll never forget it. I walked into that room, right? I swear to God, Gabby. He was looking tremendous, absolutely tremendous. I said, "How much weight you lost?" He said, whatever it was. I said, "You've lost wee Frankie the Tory."
Yeah. It was like 7-8 stone or something. Fluid. Oh, horrendous. Ali, just a quickie, because I know you're moving on and the fishing. What are you actually fishing for before we talk Rangers? What you
Atlantic salmon, pal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's the best place.
Do you not get seasick?
No, we don't get in the boat. We're on the river, mate. We're not out in the boat. Right. It's on the river. It's a place called East Ranga River. It's an absolutely stunning river, mate. We did it last year, and I thought we've got to get back here as soon as possible. Some beautiful salmon. So this year, as you saw last night, Gab, Al, there's three of my boys out. Big Alexander, Harris and Aaron are here. Jeff and Pete, my mates, and Big Keeney and Jacob and Marco and Dario and Tony. And we're all here, and there's about 12 of us. We're going to take over the lodge. We fish.
Not another lodge.
Fish.
God, he can't get away from the lodges, can he?
Brilliant, mate. So we're on the river. I'm not kidding you on, lads. We're on the river about 8 hours a day. We're on the river from about 8 till 12, and then we go back on from about 2 to 6, half 2 to half past 6. So it's brilliant. It's fantastic. Middle of nowhere, guys. Middle of nowhere. Lovely. Peace and quiet, and just a bit of fishing on the river. It's fantastic.
Deserved, Ali.
What about the Gels then, Ali? Like you, I watched the first game, and I thought they were poor at the back. I know it's only one game, crikey, but
no,
you know,
but you're right, mate.
I thought they were wide open at the back.
That's exactly what I thought. And to be honest, the young lad should have scored late on when there's a great ball played through to him outside the right foot, and they should have finished it, tried to chip the goalkeeper. They were better second half. Al, do you know something? I was a wee bit disappointed in everything I saw, Al, over the weekend, because I watched most of it. There was a couple of great results. You know, I think
St Johnstone, Euroball.
St Johnstone coming back winning 4-3. St Mirren had a great result, 2-0 away. And by the way, I know we kept saying it last year. Motherwell again had another terrific result. You know, away.
Having lost a few players.
Yes, and their manager. But and then I watched Rangers. I was disappointed first half. They got a bit better second half. Al, you're right. It's very early, really early in the season to start making predictions and statements and things like that. But they will improve. They've got a big game on Thursday night also. I think it's in Poland and Europe, so that's another big game. And then I watched Celtic Dundee on the Monday night as well. So I wasn't overly impressed with a lot that I saw, to be honest with you.
There's no urgency, was there?
No. No, that's the problem. And I also thought from Rangers' point of view, I did think there was a kind of distinct lack of creativity. I thought Asgard scored a brilliant goal, his left foot. I thought it was a terrific finish, but I thought there was a lack of creativity in the side, and they looked as though they needed a bit of strengthening, particularly I thought in wide areas. But you're right, defensively was a concern as well, particularly at centre-back.
Ali, your statement was great for another 10 minutes or so.
Yep.
He's got a Bloody Mary on the go just to try and pick himself up. I don't blame you. You've worked hard, Ali. Ali starts the situation in Newcastle United. That's coming next.
No Vin, no fee. That's on the back page of The Sun, with also Arsenal target Vinny Jr. back in training with Madrid. You feel as though, if the Madrid deal happens, he will end up staying. But around Bruno, they've had a deal rejected for £75 million. So do you think, Gabby, actually, depending on how these plan out, Arsenal might have a quiet window?
Yeah, but they don't need a busy window. Just won the Premier League, and they're going to strengthen. They've lost Trossard. They brought in Zolis, who's a very good winger. If they bring in Bruno Guimaraes, I think that's enough to go again and win the Premier League anyway, even without him. But it's going to make them stronger. And I think he's a fantastic player. I don't think he should be the same fee as Tonali because of the age difference. 3 years older than Tonali. So you look at him, no sell-on value for Arsenal if they sign him. So I think 75, 80 is about right.
30 million less, okay.
Just because of the age I'm looking at.
Okay. Yeah. But they're not going to have... But how important is it that Arsenal do get in a midfield, especially at the start of the season, because they won't have Declan Rice?
Yeah, and they've sold Norgard to Everton, so you're looking at that midfield and you're saying it's a bit light now. I think it's a fantastic player. We're just talking, me and Jeff, off air. That probably says Zubamendi, maybe you're a squad player next season.
Mm.
Yeah, and I think the thing is with Bruno Guimaraes that he's reportedly said that he wants to join Arsenal. So the deal will happen. So from a Newcastle perspective, get it done. Yeah. Don't let this become Alexander Isak Mark II.
Why do I find it hard to write the next line? Oh, I want the truth to be said. Here we go.
Here we go.
I know this much is true. I know this.
Oh dear.
Mother.
The things we do. But back with Alan in a moment. But before we go any further, another icon of the sport has been in touch with the show. This is the top guy, Tony.
Morning, Al. It's AP McCoy here. I'm so glad to hear you back on the radio. Much and all as I love all the others, Coisty is brilliant, but I've said it for many, many times. He's just a wannabe Alan Brazil. There's nothing like the real thing. Glad to see you're well and back again, buddy. Look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great morning.
The champ. Top man, Tony. Thank you for your kind words. A bit strong, that, Ali.
I know.
That's
a little dig there.
Wannabe, that's unbelievable.
Hey, Gabby, he's factually correct, though, isn't he? Let's be honest with
What about that picture I sent you the other day, yesterday? Remember that? So I was flicking through my phone, Gab, I tell you.
You sent it me?
Yeah, and there's a picture of me on the deck at Portman Road, and there's a wee sub coming on, a young boy with 12 in his back for Sunderland. It's only Ali.
You don't talk about that.
Caption in it. He's looking down at me. Get up, you tube.
Honestly, Alan, what a picture, Gabby. Did you see it?
Yeah,
mate?
he sent it me. Yeah.
Oh, mate, he sent me it yesterday, and I must be, I don't know if I'm 17 or 18, and I was lying on the deck, and it ended up a great game, if I remember.
3-3.
It was the opening game of the season.
It was first game. It was boiling hot. Portman Road, 3-3.
Absolutely, but what a picture it is. I mean, we worked it out, Al. Now, it was the best part. You ready for this?
Go on.
It was the best part of 45 years ago, mate.
Oh, wow. No.
Yep.
Is that right?
I came off the bench for Sunderland. I came off the bench for Sunderland as a 9-year-old.
No, I remember that. I do remember it. You keep it as
it was a brilliant picture. It certainly took me back. It took me back, mate. It was a brilliant picture.
Amazing, isn't it? So, Ali, what are we? Newcastle. Let's touch on Newcastle a wee bit.
Yeah.
It's not good news at the moment, is it, if you're a Newcastle fan?
No, not at all. I mean, you'd be concerned, wouldn't you? I mean, you don't want to overreact, but I think from Newcastle's point of view, you'd be a little bit concerned. First thing I would say, boys, and I'm sure you'll probably agree, I mean, the job, I thought Eddie did a fantastic job. He did. Wonderful, wonderful job. Got him silverware again, and built a team that, performed. Certainly a couple of times in the Champions League, and they were great to watch. But it just looks as though it's a little bit of a mass exodus at the moment. Even last year, I thought I was concerned from in the centre forward area. I think Voltamada and Visa had really hit the ground running, and obviously Tonali, Guimaraes looks as though is that deal done this morning?
Yes,
to Arsenal?
looks like it. Yeah.
Well, you've got to say it'd be a big concern to lose the quality on and off the pitch. I'm talking about Eddie as well. And it doesn't look. I wouldn't comment on the new manager because I don't know an awful lot about him. That's the gospel truth. So it's interesting. Let's just say if you're a Newcastle fan at this moment in time, an interesting start to the season.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be over the moon at the moment, would they? But look,
no, I wouldn't have thought so.
We've got to give the guy a chance. He's come through the Red Bull Academy, the coaching system, and he was at the best club in Saudi. But there's still a big question mark.
Yeah. What about your other club, Ali? One of your 12 clubs, Chelsea. Morgan Rogers, Lacroix, Colwell's back from injury. Are you excited about them this season?
Gabby, I really am, mate. I'm very excited. And I think the manager, because we were talking about it last night, what it's like, you're sitting at dinner and the topic of conversation for the majority of it was football, and we were talking about Chelsea, and it's a clever move, I think. I don't know what you think yourselves, lads, because what is important, as you know, as much as anything, is what goes on in the dressing room, before training, after training, all that kind of stuff. And we've looked at Chelsea, and one of the criticisms have been they look as though they're a young group of players.
Yeah.
They look as though they didn't have any real direction or togetherness at times. I mean, definitely talented players, but the one thing that those two signings, Henderson and Welbeck, they get right into that dressing room, and one thing they get is respect. And they'll be able to see and monitor. And you know what it's like. You'll have had it, Gabby. We certainly had it, Al. When you start in the game, you've got pros that have been in the game a long time that you look up to. You learn little things, you watch what they do, and you learn from them, And I think from Chelsea's point of view, listen, we know that they're on the way down in terms of their career because Old Father Time will beat everybody. But in terms of them being about that football club, lads, I think it's. I'm really interested to see how Chelsea start the season. I think they've obviously got some real quality players, of course they have, and I just think a bit of togetherness, a bit of direction. I like the manager, and I think it's a shrewd move bringing those two in.
Steve told us earlier from Coral, 8-1 Chelsea to win the Premier League. From Coral, that is. Talking about who's going to win it, Arsenal, are they the team to beat again, Ali? We don't know what City are going to do, but he's still got a great squad, hasn't he? I think Liverpool and United will improve as well.
I do. I really do. I think there's improvement in Liverpool, improvement in United. United, obviously, of European football to think about as well. And that's, we all know that's a big thing. But I think it'd be interesting to see Arsenal. I think at this moment in time would be my favourites, just at the start of the tournament, lads. Manchester City, we don't know again. No Pep. Rodri was massive. I thought Rodri was the best.
World Cup,
outstanding,
incredible,
outstanding at the World Cup. I mean, I thought that was him back to his best. You know, we were sitting saying, you know, when he was coming back, he was, you know, great player. We know that, but he wasn't really firing on all cylinders. And then we got him at the World Cup, and boy, was he firing on all cylinders. I thought he was immense. So he's vital. You know, absolutely vital. But I just think, you know, now that Arsenal, and it's a difficult thing, we've known how difficult a thing is to defend the league title, but I just think Arsenal, there are no way they're certainties, but I would probably have them just starting as favourites.
Yes. Ali, we know you got so much knowledge on the Turkish league. Mo Salah to Trabzonspor. Can you give us some information about Trabzonspor?
Yes, very good side, southwest of Istanbul. They play a lot of stuff southwest of Istanbul. Yes. Normally, they played 4-3-3 last season. Damn it. And by the way, Gabby, a beautiful little kebab shop just outside the stadium. About 50 yards.
You get your hair cut there as well. Ali, we won't keep you. Ali, we're not keeping you. We'll let you get on with it. You behave yourself out there, by the way.
Great to see you, boys. I'm glad to have you back, pal. I'll send you some. Hopefully, I'll send you a pic of some fish.
Please do. We got a little message from our pal as well. Here comes wee Frankie.
Hi, Big Al. It's Frankie Dettori, your buddy from Question of Sport. Just to say, welcome back to the breakfast show, and hope you had a good time in the World Cup. Take care. Speak to you soon, and keep up the good work. Enjoy listening to you in the morning. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Frankie. There you go. You're coming back, Ali.
By the way, Al, you've had one operation and you've gone from Big Al to Wee Al, and I've gone from Wee Al to Big Al.
Frankie, by the way, had a bad cat accident, so we wish Frankie all the best as well. I think he broke 100%. A few ribs. Great 100%. Character, great character. All right, pal, thank you.
We'll see you.
Have a well-deserved break.
Yes, enjoy it, pal.
Thanks, lads. Take care.
Alan McCoy's there, brilliant. God, is he busy or what at the moment? Fantastic. I thought Sam was good as well. Sam Matterface.
Always good. Very, very good.
Sam
Matterface, good, yep. Ali, fantastic as always.
Yeah. Okay, coming up 9:30, Glenn Hoddle to come. Woo. I'm looking forward to talking to Glenn.
A very quick call on Trent Alexander-Arnold. Oliver is a Liverpool fan. Morning, Oliver.
Morning, how you doing, lad? You all right?
Yeah.
All right,
really
Oliver.
Good, yeah. Would you like to see Trent back?
Good. I'd absolutely love to see Trent back. I think Mo Salah missed him very much last season. Obviously, Salah had a pretty poor season last season, but when he come back with Real Madrid, it was very frosty, and I think the damage is being done, to be honest with you, but I would love to see him back in a Liverpool shirt, yeah.
Look, there's no doubt. Nobody can doubt his quality. On the ball, he's as good as anything, anywhere.
He was winning games from right back. Obviously the Barcelona game in 2019, that cross, and then I think he was very, very important when we won the league with Slot as well. So much quality, from right back.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, brilliant. I think a lot of Liverpool fans would share that view. They'd all love to see Trent back. Oliver, thanks very much indeed.
Maybe Jeff as well. Thanks, Oliver. You wonder though whether the player, having not really done it at Real Madrid, would want to sort of maybe at least stick around for another 6 months to see exactly where he figures and where he fares. He'll know pretty soon. As players, you get the vibe whether or not you're part of the in club or whether you're on the outside of it.
boxing. It's a sport that makes multi-millionaires out of the world's best fighters, but it's not as flush with cash as you'd think. We all see how much the likes of Tyson Fury or Canelo Alvarez make every fight, but that's not the case for those just starting out, or those who aren't even at that level. For example, if you've just turned pro and don't have a promoter, you have to sell your own tickets, cover the cost of the venue yourself, and pay the tax man at the end of it. You might not even break even, but if you do, you're looking at 5 to 10 grand max. A mid-tier fighter might make more like 10 to 50 grand, but you still have to give up half of that in costs. So unless you're fighting for a world title, it's tough to make money. One potential way of doing it, though, is being a journeyman. Here's former European champion talkSPORT's Spencer Oliver explaining how that could work.
They want to fight every week, and they can be going in against the prospects, so they can demand good money, and they might be demanding like 5 grand, 10 grand for a 6-rounder or something because they're going in with a prospect. He gets through that, the journeyman gets through that fight, and he can fight again next week.
I mean, even so, it's not much, and you're getting punched in the face for a job. It's only really at the top level, i.e. fighting for titles, where you're earning up to 6 figures and can afford a diamond chain or that Ferrari. So boxing isn't a sport that allows you to retire at 40 and live a life of luxury. Much like a lot of other sports and jobs in general, it takes an awful lot of luck quite early in your career to really make it worth your while.
Okay, 25 minutes to 10. We've had some great guests on today's show, but this legend might top the lot. Time to welcome former England player manager, Tottenham legend, leading them to the UEFA Cup '84. Widely regarded as one of England's greatest. Gab, you'd love to be on the back of some of his passes.
Let's make a run.
Glenn Hoddle joins us now. Glenn, morning, Glenn.
Morning, Glenn.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good. We should wish Ozzy a happy birthday a couple of days ago, I think it was. Osvaldo, who's down in Marbella having a bit of golf and sun.
Yeah, happy birthday to him. I did text him, but also I'd like to say it's great to see you back, Alan.
Thank you.
In a healthy way, and that is the number one thing in life, as we both know. It is your health.
We both say
well done, mate. You're looking great.
I feel great.
You're looking like Al. You're looking like when I played with you.
Oh dear, that was a few years ago, God, eh?
It was, mate.
So, Glenn, where do we start? Let's start with Tottenham, because I was just saying to Gabby, the World Cup, Paulo, Romero, Spence, all played fantastic in the World Cup, and yet Spurs last year, it was just a disaster almost, just staying up, and now they're splashed the cash. Hopefully it was a wake-up call. Do you think we're in for a much, much better season, Glenn?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that's a good word, wake-up call last year. Following 2 17ths in the league, well, you get any worse performance, you're going down. So yeah. I think it was a wake-up call. I think they've bought really well on paper. It looks really good, looks exciting. And the key for me is they've done it early. Daniel Levy liked to leave it late a lot of times, certainly when I was manager there, and there was no real thought about the manager and putting their squad together. You hit the season and you still didn't have your players in.
Why was that, Glenn? Was that Daniel trying to save money, getting a deal, I'll leave it, They want rid of him, we'll take him, but at our price?
Yeah, I think that was his philosophy, and I think this one, I think the De Zerbi's gone in there and said, look, if we stay up, this is who I want. Identified a few players, and they've gone out on a limb to get them in. And on paper, they look terrific. And I think Alan as well. There's a nice balance to it. They've spent some money on 3 players, but they've been very shrewd with they've got 3 free transfers as well. Yeah. So the balance of the buy-in actually financially stands up pretty good, I've got to say.
What about, centre midfield and defence looks very strong now, doesn't it, Glenn? But going forward, they need another striker, don't they? They probably can't rely on Solanke with his injury problems as well.
Yeah, Gabby, you're absolutely spot on. I would say if there was one more position, it would be a striker. The problem is everyone's looking for strikers, good strikers. Yeah. Where'd you go to get one? Yeah. If you haven't got one coming through the ranks, which obviously happened with Harry Kane, then you've got to go out there and get. But there's not that many nowadays. And I think, Alan, you'd understand this as well. Both of you're both strikers. Nowadays, back in your day, you were playing always with two strikers and a partner up there. So there was more options. Now it's normally 2 wide men and 1 striker down the middle, so that there's a limit to how many strikers you can have a look at across football nowadays, world football, let alone just in England.
Do you know the problem? Just talking about systems there, Glenn, with the 2 wide players. My biggest problem watching football now, if them 2 wide players are getting starved of the ball or the fullbacks on top of them, you're short. Simple as that. The striker can't do it on his own. Your 2 wide players are out of it. You're short in midfield, and you're not getting enough of the ball. I don't like to. 1 winger, 1 wide player, not 2 for me.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying as well, and what the point you've made there, Al, is the reason also why Haaland is so good, because he hardly gets a touch of the ball half the time, but he still manages to score all them goals. You imagine you 2 guys up there playing that role. You have to be so patient. Yeah. You can't keep making runs left, right, and centre.
Totally
They'll
different
carry you
game,
off on a stretcher at half time because the ball's never coming.
No,
so
right.
How he scores all his goals is amazing. It really is. So, but that is what you're saying as well. You've got to be patient as a striker now, and you're waiting for that midfield player to join in and the wide man to come in and become a centre forward there. So I think it's nowadays you say striker, but these wide men. Look, Salah does it better than anyone, doesn't he? Over the years, he arrives in that penalty area. And he was a centre forward in many ways, but coming from a wide position.
I was going to come on to Salah, Glenn. Very, very surprised he's gone to Turkey. Look, nothing against Turkish football. They splashed the cash, but I thought he'd stay. I thought, I nearly said I thought he'd stay in Europe, but Turkey, at the end of the day, they've got some big clubs there, but I just felt maybe he'd go to Germany or something like that. It surprised me. I'm not saying it's bad, but it surprised me. Did it surprise you?
I was absolutely the same, Alan. I was so surprised when I saw it come up on the TV. I was like, that is a shock. He's not. I don't mean this disparagingly to Turkish football, but he's better than that. He's better than that. He should be playing in a top league. Maybe Spain even would be somewhere. We know his age, but he's still got the quality.
The money as well, though, Glenn. Maybe they're talking about 17 million a year. He's going to be the highest paid player in Turkish football. Maybe he wouldn't get that money somewhere else in Europe. Maybe.
Possibly, I don't know. I think in some ways there are people out there that I think would actually would pay that for him, and I automatically thought it was lined up for him to go to Saudi.
And we'd probably accept that, wouldn't we? Well, he's had a brilliant career, he's a brilliant player, he's gone there for the payday. We accept that, but Turkey, you think, that's it. I'm like you. I don't want to be disrespectful to Turkish football, but it's not the Premier. It's not one of the Premier Leagues in Europe, is it?
No, and I think also for me, Al, I looked at it a little bit differently. That Saudi league needs another Ronaldo. It needs a king. It needs, for the sake of the Saudi league and the Saudi football, it needs that big player. And obviously Ronaldo at his age, Salah would have been perfect for them. I thought they would have given him everything to go there and and make him the next Ronaldo to boost Saudi football before the World Cups and all that.
Glenn, a big club up north, northeast Newcastle. I don't want to be disrespectful to this new manager, but I don't know him. I know he's obviously come from Saudi, the top club, and he's got the Red Bull situation below. When he's grew up in the Red Bull clubs. Do you expect him? I'm worried a little bit about Newcastle this year.
Well, I am. I would say I think Eddie Howe. In some ways, I've looked at it different. I think it was an unbelievable job that he's done. They were second from bottom, going down when Eddie took over. Let's face it, Newcastle were possibly going down when he took over.
Mm-hmm.
He's got them Champions League. He's got them a trophy, which they've been waiting for what, 60 years. So he has one sticky, this is modern day football. He has one sticky season where they're not playing so well. And suddenly now I'm thinking that he's been so unjustly done by. But looking at them selling all their best players, I think Eddie's walking away thinking, you know what, it's probably a good time to leave Newcastle.
Yeah.
Because I do fear for them. I'd like to know where they would be in 2 seasons' time. Are we sitting here saying, my word, what happened to Newcastle? Or are we saying they've kicked on? Look at them. They're going for the league now. They're a side that can go for the Premier League. They've won an FA Cup or whatever. I'm not so sure we'd be sitting here saying that. And I think in some ways I was really sad for Eddie. But then I've looked at it in a different way with different eyes.
Maybe a good time.
It might be a good time for him. He can always go back there. He could always go back there,
Glenn, what about Chelsea? I mean, Morgan Rogers, Lacroix coming in, 2 experienced players in Welbeck and Henderson. Is the minimum now for Chelsea this season top 4?
Well, that's where they'll be setting their sights, of course. And I think there'll be a few clubs setting their sights on the top 4. That they really do. But I think Alonso, he done such a great job for Leverkusen. He wasn't the right man to go to Real Madrid. They were never going to go in and play like he wanted them to play. He had them youngsters. If he said jump into that river, they would do it for him. And they played a system that was powerful. It was pressing. It was all them things with a bit of experience in there as well. It was never going to happen. That was never going to happen at Real Madrid. And he was just the wrong person to go in there. That's a different animal, Real Madrid. But I think now, looking in at Chelsea, who he's bought, and he's gone for experience as well with Henderson and obviously Welbeck coming in. That, I think, is 2 shrewd moves. People might raise their eyebrows and go, oh, but that's what the manager wants. He wants that a little bit of experience, and it's what Chelsea need as well. So, yeah, I would expect them going for the top 6 and getting back into Europe. Tottenham and Chelsea, like United last year, haven't got European football.
Yes.
And I think that's a big thing for both them clubs. Chelsea and Tottenham have got to be really setting their sights, the top end of the division this season. And for those 2 clubs as well, I think they need, as a manager, ex-manager, I think you need a real good League Cup run and an FA Cup run and go as deep as you can into that competition. Obviously, you want to win it in the end. But the reason I'm saying that is because you're going to have 2 big squads. You're going to try and keep them players happy. If they haven't got enough football, and if they are going to come in when they're needed, they need to be sharp. They need to be playing in their League Cup ties. They need to be playing in their FA Cup because they haven't got anything else on their agenda. Yeah. And I think that stands them in good stead as well for their league football if they get the injuries. Look at Spurs' injuries last year. You need them players sharp. And if they're used for the League Cup and the FA Cup, then I think, you've got half a chance.
Glenn, just a quickie with a lovely video from Jack Grealish this morning. Looked really fit. Looked in his face, and he looked focused. What would you do with Jack, Glenn? Because a lot of people say Jack's a bit of a luxury player. I said earlier, I think he's one of them. Just give him the ball, let him get on with it. He's got great ability. Let him carry the ball, let him work his magic. Whereas the game's changed a bit now. You've got to be working. You've got to be working back, tracking back. How do you feel? What would you do if you had Jack, Glenn?
Well, it depends on what team he's in and playing in at the moment. I think whether Man City are going to be changing quite a bit, whether he's at Everton, wherever it depends on the club and the way his style. Yes, you're right. Back in the Villa days, give him the ball. He was their talisman. Give him the ball. He'll get us out of trouble. He'll get us up the pitch. That hasn't really happened for him. That's not the style when he was at Man City. So, it's good to hear that he's fresh and I think it's a mental side with him now. He's got to really kick on. Mentally, he's got to say to himself, how do I want to finish my career? In the sense of, am I going to stamp my authority? Am I going to be somebody that people talk about when I'm finished?
Yeah.
Still, as a top player. And if that needs to be his motivation, I think there's still a really good footballer in there. There really is. Me personally, tactical. He just needs to go on the outside a bit more. If he's tied himself down, people can read what he's going to do too many times. And if you haven't got that electrifying pace, you do need to be a bit shrewd with the way you're trying to beat players. And I think when he's on that wide berth, particularly out on the left-hand side, he's got to learn to get down the outside. And if he doesn't get there, if he gets down the outside a bit higher and then comes back on his right, he's then in a better position to put crosses in or to make the difference. So I think there's a couple of technical things that he needs to work at. But there's still a player in there, Al. There's still a player waiting to come out.
Glenn, great to talk again, mate. Thank you.
Glenn.
Have a nice break.
See you, guys.
We'll see you during the season. Thank you, Glenn Hoddle. Top man. Brilliant. There you go. Right, don't forget the EFL action gets underway this weekend, and Ade Oladipo and Ashley Williams will look ahead to this afternoon on Drive on talkSPORT. Burnley defender Kyle Walker joins the show from 4, as well as Blackburn boss Tony Mowbray. Well done, Tony. Coming up next, Gabby wants to show me how much he has learned in the last 4 months when I've been away. The quiz coming up next.
I speak to people here and there, good sources.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing I can say is that I know for a fact we're not going to rush. The window doesn't close until the beginning of September, end of August, beginning of September. We've got a lot of time to make decisions. And on top of that, we're not like other teams who desperately have to strengthen and anyone's better than their current team. If somebody comes into our team, they have to be the right personnel, the right players on the pitch, and they have to fit the vision of Arsenal Football Club. We haven't spent 7-8 years building this squad for anyone to come in and for it to be some kind of joke. So the likes of Bruno, great attitude. He can play, Mikel likes him versatile. He can play as a 6, he can play as an 8. He can play as a 10 if you really want him to as well.
His creativity is very underrated, Joel.
Exactly. And we all know what it gets like. When you're Arsenal Football Club, you're in every single competition, guys. Just to remind everybody, we only, didn't play 2 games out of the possible. All of the games that you could have played last season, we only didn't play 2 games. What games were they? Do you know?
It would be the League Cup final. Oh no, you played that.
You're wrong. That. You're wrong. Don't worry, Ollie. I'll correct.
Go on. Yeah, go on.
Semi-final of the FA Cup.
And
the final of the FA Cup.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. So that means that even if you've got 2 10s, Eze and Odegaard and how great they are, sometimes you need more players.
Okay, 9:52 on the Sports Breakfast on talkSPORT. Good to be back, by the way. Good to be back. Right, she just won't go away, will she? I thought you'd gone home. Shaban's back again. What you got now?
Wake up, Maggie. Arsenal receive the Premier League trophy. Martin Odegaard throws back his head and lifts the trophy aloft.
He's blazed it over the bar. Paris Saint-Germain celebrate back-to-back Champions League titles.
Leeds square. Cunha! It's three. It gets worse and worse for Scotland.
Back in from Messi. And headed in by Lautaro Martinez. The moment that ends England's latest World Cup adventure. Blazed into the roof of the net. Varane tosses with a goal that may well win the World Cup for Spain.
To start, here comes Boecker on the outside. Boecker was flying. Is he going to get there? My word, he has! How has he done that?
The best song ever. Right, what you got, Shaban?
Well, that was highlights over the last 4 months.
Hey.
It's been nearly 4 months since your last breakfast show, since you went
Is
home.
it really 4 months?
I can't count, but yeah, that's what we've been
What a
taught.
nice holiday.
Yeah,
Wow.
just a break, saving your life. But luckily, you're back here with us today. 4 months later, as you heard that list of stuff there all went down, all here on talkSPORT. So what we've done is we're going to give you an end of show quiz. We've got some sports questions, music questions, and general knowledge over the last 4 months.
Oh, God.
We're pitting you two
Great.
against
I've been lying in
each
a
other.
coma. You know, thank you very much.
Don't make me laugh out.
That is...
What music we got? Stairway to Heaven?
That's so true. Touchy subject.
How do you know you go in heaven? Now, my daughter said that to me once, you know.
What?
My daughter said to me, how do you know you go in heaven?
Oh, dear.
I was like,
Because
cheers.
you're a good
Nice daughter.
good boy, aren't you?
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, you behave yourself. You nearly got in trouble there.
Okay, round one.
Okay.
Alan, who scored a hat-trick in England's 3rd and 4th place win over France?
Salah.
Who? Salah?
No, Salah.
Saka.
Saka.
Jesus, give him that one.
I've been away.
Did they take a bit of your brain out with the liver?
Well, he should have played every game for me.
Okay, so we're going to give him Saka. We'll give him a point for
He should have
that.
played every game. That's another. I was going to bring that up with Glenn.
That's gold. Put that on your list
Sorry.
of gaffes. Number 2, Gabby. What English manager left Strasbourg to become the Premier League manager this summer?
Gary O'Neill.
Correct. It's a point each. Alan,
I know so much.
Play for Norwich, you know.
which golfer won the Open at Royal Birkdale?
Oh, it was Jerry Kelly? No? Something like that. One of them.
It's Ryan Fox.
Oh, was it? Oh, sorry.
No point for you
Where did I
there.
get Jerry Kelly from?
I don't know. Is he not a presenter in Ireland?
No. I think he won another tournament in America.
Right.
Yeah, it was Ryan Fox. Of course it was Ryan Fox. He's got a swing like a baseball swing.
Yeah. That's how I hold the club, like the baseball grip.
Can I have my question?
Yes, Gabby. Who did Yannick Sinner beat in the final of Wimbledon?
Oh, it was the guy who won the French Open, Zverev.
Well done. Question number 5. Who?
It's the German.
Zverev. I thought you said Vernon. I was like, no, that is not his name. Alan, who
What's up with them highlights? Stop your hearing.
Speaking of Germany, who
Goldilocks over there.
who knocked out Germany from the World Cup on penalties?
Oh, for God's sake! I was in Spain, didn't I?
You were,
Couldn't get
you
it.
were well out of the
It
club over
was
then.
South American team.
Was it Panama?
Paraguay.
I was about to answer
No,
that.
your hearing's gone again. I said Paraguay.
Right. Gabby, what player scored the first goal of the World Cup? And who was it against?
First goal of the World Cup. So it would have been Mexico was the first game. Oh, I'm going to guess Jimenez.
No, you're wrong. It's Quiones against South Africa. So that...
Who?
Quiones?
That's what I said.
No.
Guys, stop winding me up. I've been up for hours.
She had a long month.
I've booked Annabelle's, and this is how you're treating me. Right, okay. Round 2 is a music quiz from the last 4 months. Alan, Al, you're first. Here
Great
comes your
songs, that,
first
Al.
tune. This has been at number 1 for 19 weeks.
To get the reason.
Oh, it's a duo, isn't it? It's a duo. And I
It is
don't
a
know what it
duo,
is.
you're dead right.
I've no idea.
It's
No,
from
I don't.
Newcastle.
I don't. I still. What have you been doing?
Do you want to steal a point?
Dire Straits. No, it was a duo. I don't know what they are.
Gabby, your song.
Go on.
I wasn't a match for that kind of sport.
Ed, no.
From Texas, I can tell.
Wait there. Yeah. Texas.
Right, yeah.
Is it? What's her name?
No points. No, it's not Swifty. It's Ella Langley. Alan, here's your next one. Go on now.
The way you're dancing. It's Shakira.
Yes!
How was she dancing now?
Oh, Burna Boy over there. Okay, Alan steals a point there. Gabby, sneak question. Which footballer went viral dancing to this song?
John Stones?
Yeah.
Who?
He's back in
Stones.
it. John Stones.
Did he?
He had the shoulder.
Did you not see the social?
I didn't like the World Cup.
Well, it's been great to have you back with us all the same. Gabby just sneaks that. I lost count because you started.
No, I didn't.
Right, general knowledge.
Yeah.
A chance to come back into it.
Come on.
Gabby, The Odyssey is the big film that everyone's been watching in the cinemas, but we want to know which Greek poet is the book attributed to.
No idea, but I know the film is 2 hours and 40 minutes long. Was that
Homer?
Well done. Correct. Oh, I've got to the general
What a
knowledge.
steal.
Alan, what famous actor accompanied King Charles to Royal Ascot?
Actor?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Glasses. No, don't tell me. I should know this. I watched Royal Ascot.
Devil Wears Prada.
I didn't watch that.
Well,
No, go on.
if you said you watched Devil Wears Prada,
No, I didn't watch it.
I would take my hat off to you. Stanley Tucci, Gabby, who does the new Prime Minister Andy Burnham support?
Can I have A, B, and C?
I've got it.
I reckon he's an Arsenal fan.
Gabby, what? Where have you been? You've been in hospital. Evertonian, you tube.
There we go. Alan, what continent is Cape Verde on?
Oh, that's Europe.
No.
Cape Verde.
Africa.
It's just off the coast.
No way.
Oh, no, it is. You're right. It's off the coast.
Absolutely.
Aye.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, let's call it a draw and let's
By
go
the
to
way,
Annabelle's
Cape
celebrate
Verde,
your
I'll say
return.
this again. Cape Verde, the World Cup was magnificent, wasn't it? I had some
You
friends
just
went
said it was
years ago.
men's.
Eh?
You just said it was men's.
No. Cape Verde's performance.
Right, got you. Mhm.
I had friends over there trying to set something up to bring the players over to the UK. By all accounts, over there you can get an easy visa into the UK.
There you go.
And I thought they were mad, but there you go. It's just, the way the World Cup panned out, there's some good players.
Are they on the border of Europe and Africa?